first pitch at 6:35 p.m. sharp here in Evansville. It's the Otters against the River City Rascals, the second game of the final three-game home set for the Otters this season. Last night, boy, to recap it just quickly, not a whole lot happened through the first 8 innings. Everything was going clean, going good. Evansville had a 5-0 lead going into the top half of the 9th inning. And then, well, a lot of things happened. Tyler Beardsley walked one man to open up the frame, got a out after that on his sixth strikeout of the evening. But from there, 6 straight River City Rascals reached. And in total in the frame, 8 runs ended up scoring. The Rascals took an 8-5 lead. Otters could not mount anything in the bottom of the 9th in the way of a comeback. And the Otters fell 8-5 in what's truly probably one of the most heartbreaking losses this season. Easily the worst one here at home. On the road, you can go back to both of the walk-offs in Southern Illinois. But we won't ponder on that too much. For the Otters, a brutal loss. And that Tyler Beardsley's nice start goes by the wayside. The bullpen, now that Alex Phillips is gone, can't seem to find their footing out there. And more importantly, in terms of the playoff race, the Otters had a chance with a win last night to move into a tie for first place in the division. Instead, they fall to 2 games back of River City, who now holds a commanding game-and-a-half lead over Normal, who's in second and currently in action at Southern Illinois tonight. But one of the bright spots in last night's game was, of course, Tyler Beardsley. He pitched exceptionally well going into that 9th inning. Before that 9th frame, he had been absolutely stellar. In total, he ended up allowing only 2 hits. Ended up being charged with 2 runs as well, or 3 earned runs, excuse me. Thank you, Bill, for the reminder. But as always, unfortunately, gets hit with a no decision, at least not the loss. But I was able to sit down and talk with him earlier today, get inside the mind of a pitcher who threw that well for 8 1/3 innings, but could not find the final 2 outs, and what you can still take away from a performance like that. We'll take our first break here on the pregame show and be back with that interview with Tyler Beardsley. You're listening to the Otters pregame show here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
Hi everyone, this is Pat Mitchell-Worley, host of Bill Street Caravan. Join us each Saturday as we bring you the sounds of Memphis, commentary, and music interviews that take you behind the scenes. The show kicks off the All Blues Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. right here on 91.5 WUEV.
Investing in your education is one of the smartest things you can do for yourself. The job market is really competitive right now.
University of Evansville is a very prestigious university. I was really nervous at the beginning, going back to school after 18 years.
This is the most doable thing. It's 1 night a week.
It's an excellent program. You learn a lot about yourself.
Earning my degree at U of E has made a huge impact in my life.
Make an impact on your career today. Visit evansville.edu/adult education.
Welcome back to the Evansville Otters pregame show on WUEV 91.5 FM. I'm joined by last night's starting pitcher, Tyler Beardsley. Tyler, at first it was a good night, ended probably not the way you guys wanted, but overall, how would you kind of look at your performance?
Overall, obviously, 9th inning was tough, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, shoot, that was the longest start I've had in I think my career, to be honest. I think probably 6 2/3 maybe was my last longest. So felt good. I don't know. I just lost a fastball in the 9th inning and ran into some trouble, obviously, and yeah, didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but still, looking back at it, I thought I threw pretty well.
Yeah, no, at the beginning of the game, you let the first 2 guys on base, and then after that, rattled off a streak of, I think it ended up being retiring 12 straight guys in a row. After you let up the leadoff walk and then the single, what did you kind of do to recompose yourself and settle in?
Just, keep throwing strikes. Obviously, leadoff walks aren't the best, but I thought just for myself, just kept throwing strikes, making some decent pitches. I thought I threw well inside last night, both to righties and lefties, which worked pretty well. So, yeah, just overall settled in pretty good after that first inning.
Yeah, and you went through also a little span where I think you garnered 4 of your 6 strikeouts on the night in 2 different innings. But other than that, you were just rattling off streaks of, a couple ground balls here, a couple fly balls there, everything being a relatively easy out. You're not essentially trying to pitch to contact, but when that does happen and keeps your pitch count low, what's kind of working for you in that situation?
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, this team is pretty aggressive first pitch early, so that makes it nice, especially pitch count. I don't know exactly what my total pitch count was last night. I think it was a little over 100. But yeah, when those guys hack early, it's nice having those quick, easy outs. So that's I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we're coming to the point in the season now where you probably have 1, maybe 2 more starts left in the regular season here, and you've had a kind of a strange season. Started in the bullpen for the Otters, pitched well there, then had some struggles, then came to the rotation, did well, had some more struggles, but then last night getting back on the wagon and pitching really well. I mean, looking back over the course of the whole season, how would you kind of grade out your own performance and kind of where you started it and now where you're ending?
Yeah, I started out relieving and went well. Definitely liked being in that role, and then kind of struggled a little bit, and then got moved into the starting role. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job. I can look back on a lot of the bad outings, but overall on the year, it's been pretty good. I feel like I've done pretty decent. Numbers may not be what I would like, but I'm still just having fun out here. Yeah, we got, I think, 1 start left before the regular season ends, and we're obviously playing push for playoffs, so looking to get a few more.
Yeah, and one thing that was probably awful nice for you over the past couple of days was the fact that I know your father and your grandmother were here in town. Unfortunately, they didn't get to see you start, but kind of how nice is that to see a familiar face in town, get that reassurance that, your family's still behind you and rooting for you?
It's awesome. It's especially, being from California, it's so nice having them come out. I haven't seen my dad and grandma in a while, and my mom, she had to stay back, but it's nice. It's nice to have them come out and see what I'm doing out here and what has to offer here in Evansville. Yeah, overall it was fun. It was good to see him.
Well, Tyler, once again, a very nice start last night, and hopefully your final one here in the regular season will hopefully end up with a win, but just the same good results.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
You've been listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show on WUEV 91.5 FM.
Habitat for Humanity Evansville and the University of Evansville are pleased to announce the Purple Crew Signature Program. The Purple Crew is a program for all UE students, alumni, faculty, and staff to help build houses and earn hours. The goal of the Purple Crew is to help Habitat for Humanity reach its goal of 500 homes this year. Want to get involved? Simply go to Habitat's website, evansvillehabitat.org/volunteer. Then click on the Volunteer Now banner. Register with Habitat as a volunteer and then select days you can build. You can also register as a team. It'll be a fun environment, and after 15 hours, you get a Purple Crew t-shirt.
Free music, ticket giveaways, artist interviews, and jazz that cooks the blues away. The sounds are perking hot in the Jazz Cafe. I'm Paul Mattingly. I bring all that is jazz and focus on some of the best in area music and culture. Tune into the Jazz Cafe every Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. If online music is your obsession, catch us at WUEV.org. 91.5 UEV is your only place for jazz in the tri-state.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
It's time for Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM, WUEV. 3-1. Long, toward right, toward the corner, toward the foul pole and over the wall. Fair. Home run for Ryan Long.
High in the air to right field, pretty deep. Jones going back at the track at the wall. He jumps. It is out of here. A grand slam for Jeff Gardner.
Don't forget, Otters fans, you can catch every Evansville Otters broadcast on 91.5 FM, WUEV, online at evansvilleotters.com, and through the WUEV mobile app.
The Otters take Game 5 by a score of 1-0, and they are the 2016 Frontier League champions.
Now, let's go out to the diamond for all of the exciting action.
Good evening, everybody. It's Military Appreciation Night here at Bosse Field alongside Bill McHugh, Sam Jelinek, here to bring you all the action in the second of three between the Evansville Otters and the River City Rascals. Last night we detailed in the pregame show a heartbreaking loss for Evansville, but tonight a chance to get back on track with Ty Hensley on the mound. If you remember his last home start, well, it was a no-hitter just 2 short weeks ago against the Florence Freedom here on 2 Saturdays ago. You know Ty Hensley's on the mound. This is how the defense is going to look. Everything's the same except for one change. And we'll get to that just a little bit later. Taylor Lanes in left, Hunter Cullen in center, Jeff Gardner in right, Taylor Hilson at third, J.J. Gould at short, David Cronin at second. The lone change, Carlos Castro, is going to play the field for the first time in about 2.5 months. So good to see Carlos back out in the diamond. And then Mike Rizzatello is behind the plate. The other change notable in the Otters lineup as he forms the battery with Hensley on the mound. Remember, fans, this pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call at 812-475-9000. And Bill, it's a beautiful day for a ball game, a tough day for the Otters after yesterday to try and put what happened in the 9th inning yesterday behind them and get a crucial win here in a playoff chase.
Yeah, let's hope they win tonight, Sam. But, you know, may I add, I didn't get a chance to say anything about the tremendous pitching performance last night by Tyler. And I'll tell you what, you complimented him well, and I want to add my congratulations to him. He pitched a superb job of going 8 1/3 innings. I mean, he had great command, good breaking pitch. Unfortunately, and he himself said his fastball lost a little velocity and so on. But what a game. And again, as you mentioned, his father was here and his grandmother. They had to leave. They were on the plane, but they were watching Hi-Fi or Wi-Fi. But anyway, let's play baseball and let's win tonight.
Hopefully Ty Hensley can follow up Ty Beardsley's great performance. He's into his wind. The first pitch of the game to J.D. Hearn is a fastball on the inside corner. Bell tie for strike one. And at 6:35 p.m., the scheduled start time, we're underway at Bosse Field. Hensley, the big righty, out on the bump, 6'4", 245, is 0-1. Fastball misses high and away, 1-1. J.D. Hearn leads it off for the Rascals. 286 on the season, 10 home runs, 38 knocked in. Right-handed batter. Hensley from the full windup, his 1-1. Flown in the air to right field towards the alley. Jeff Gardner going over there. The right fielder's underneath of it, and he puts it away about 15 feet in front of the warning track for the first out of the game.
Number 9, second baseman, Trevor Achenbach.
You know, Sam, just a little side note. We were talking about Hunter out there in center and Jeff going out into center and making a couple catches. And my wife on the way home said, well, he wears glasses. And I said, oh, that's right. Maybe they got fogged up or something.
Now Trevor Achenbaugh, the batter, Hensley's first pitch to him. Fastball at the top of the zone, inside half for strike one. Ty making start number 6 on the season. He's been belabored by a few injuries so far this season, but he's happy to be back on the mound after 3 years off the diamond due to injury. And he fires home the 0-1, a fastball just below the knees for ball 1. Hensley on the year, 1 win, no losses, a 6.63 ERA, 20 and a third innings, 20 punch-outs. And Achenbaugh, the batter, right-handed stick. Hensley's 1-1. Popped in the air behind home plate. That's going to be out of play, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Hensley had his first start back after that no-hitter. That was on August 18th, last Saturday at Florence. He went 3 2/3, giving up 4 runs, 1 earned, 6 hits, 6 walks. That was 1 week after throwing the no-hitter against the Freedom here at home. The 1-2 pitch. Hit off the railing right in front of the Otters pitching coach Max Peterson, who hits the deck trying to avoid getting hit. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, that hit the top of the railing. You're right. And, you know, I remember in 2006, I got knocked off that railing. Down into the bottom.
1-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second, but right to David Cronin. Second baseman fields and throws to first to get Achenbaugh for the second out of the inning. And what was kind of funny about Hensley's last start against Florence, you can say it's funny now since the Otters won, but of course after the no-hitter against Florence, you know, I'm thinking, you know, maybe he can do it again. You never know. First batter of the game comes up, clean single to center, and just like that, the no-hit bid is done.
Well, there was someone in the major leagues many, many years ago threw back-to-back no-hitters.
Clint Freeman, the batter, in Hensley's first pitch to him, misses down and in for ball 1. Johnny Vandermeer of the Cincinnati Reds.
I think he was 16 years old at the time, too.
Was a little bit older than that. You're thinking of Joe Nuxhall.
Oh, maybe that's who it was. Okay, sorry.
1-0 to Freeman. Fastball misses upstairs, 2-1. Yeah, Vandermeer threw back-to-back no-hitters. I can't remember if it was the first or the second one, was the first night game ever played at Ebbets Field.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a lot of the players for the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Dodgers at the time, the 2-0. Fastball misses just outside, 3-0. A couple of the players for the Dodgers at the time complained about the fact that with the lighting, it was so poor that they couldn't see the ball. And that's why they got no hit.
Okay.
But that just sounds like a bunch of excuses to me. Hensley's 3-0 pitch. Pours in a fastball right down the middle, 3-1. 2 outs, top of the first inning, no score. Hensley has retired the first 2 in the game. And now Clint Freeman, a left-handed batter, stands at the plate. Hensley offers the 3-1. Flown in the air down the left field line, slicing towards out of play. That's where it's going to land. And the count's full, 3-2.
Well, 1969, the Kansas City Royals, we had a team in Corning, New York, and you're familiar with that. And it was a school field, and the lights were so bad. And the pitcher from an opposing team came in, struck out 20 batters of 20 Royals, and it just so happens the
payoff pitch. Again, flown foul down the left field side. Taylor Lane's going to give it a look, but that's slicing just about 5 feet foul. I thought that ball was going to end up out of play, but just barely foul in the corner. Still 3-2.
But the lights were so bad, and he struck out 20, and Charlie Metro was our scouting director, and he said, we'll have workouts tomorrow. And we did, but the lights were so bad. Yeah, that contributed to his throwing 20 strikeouts.
No, Andy McCauley's is pretty familiar with performances like that, and we'll get to that after this pitch. The payoff again to Freeman. Fastball just upstairs. That's the first walk issued by Hensley. Freeman down to first, and Gage West is going to bat here in the first inning. Andy McCauley was the manager of the London Werewolves in the Frontier League at the time when one of his pitchers, I believe his name was Cody Gray, ended up striking out, I believe, 25 in one game.
Oh, okay.
And that 20-year anniversary of that happened to be this season, so Andy got interviewed for it. And now the first pitch to West is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Over at first base is Clint Freeman. Gage West, the catcher, the batter. Cleanup man hitting from the left side, open stance. Hensley from the stretch, set just above the belt, his 0-1. Fastball misses just down and in, and the count's even at 1.
Well, you want me to beat your record there? In 1952, Welsh, West Virginia against Bristol, Tennessee, Pittsburgh Pirate Farm Club. Ron Netchai threw the only perfect 27 strikeouts.
1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. West comes up empty on the big swing, 1-2. West filling in for Mike Giorgella, still out with concussion-like symptoms. West, though, is a serviceable backup, 247 on the season. 8 runs driven in, 4 doubles.
Well, we didn't need Jello last night. Or they didn't, not we, they.
1-2 pitch, runner goes, and it's fouled at the plate. Trickling to the on-deck batter, and it's 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would have put $5 down that Mike Sotelo would have thrown him out. He didn't have a good jump at all. Plus, Mike has an outstanding, accurate arm.
Freeman at first has stolen 7 bases, been caught 4 times. 2 outs, 1-2 on West. The pitch. Popped in the air down the left field line. Third baseman Hilson going out, still running, but the ball's going to drop in over his head. Had a long way to go. And in between him, the shortstop, and the left fielder, nobody can get there. Still 1-2.
I tell you what, that Tyler Hilson is really showing a lot of hustle and determination. Sat on the bench or been on the DL most of the season. So he's getting a chance to play, and I think he's proven himself.
Still 2 outs, top of the first, no score. Hensley comes ready. Uncorks the 1-2, runner goes again, and it's dribbled up the first baseline, foul, and we'll do it again. One thing to kind of note for Hensley thus far in this game, have not seen any off-speed pitches from him yet. He's been all fastball. The fastball looks sharp.
I'm going to say he's thrown at least 16, 17 pitches already.
Hensley being forced to work relatively hard here in the first frame. 1-2 on West, who's fouled a couple off. Runner at first, 2 gone. The next pitch, inside, and that hits West on the leg, or at least I thought it did. But apparently he dodged it. Rizzatello tried to block it, got away from him, and the runner, Freeman, up to second. I could have swore that hit West in the leg.
I would have guessed the same thing, and I thought that's why it deflected. In other words, Mike had shifted over to block it, but it seemed like it hit, as you say, hit his leg, and then deflected further away. But the umpire didn't call it. Or didn't see what we saw.
Yeah, and West didn't react like he got hit either, so the count's 2-2. Break-even pitch. Fouled back to the screen, still 2-2. And Hensley now, that's 23 pitches here in the inning.
Yeah.
Being forced to really ramp it up in the early going. And, you know, I'm figuring he's trying to avoid throwing the breaking ball early on. But now might be a nice time to break it out to really get yourself out of this pickle. 2-2 on West. Paul Cronenfeld on deck. The set, the pitch. And it's fouled back to the screen again. West's battling here, staying alive. Now 9 pitches in the at-bat.
And how many did they throw to Freeman? It must have been at least 7 to Freeman.
Yep, 7 pitches to Freeman.
Yeah.
After getting Hearn and Achenbach fairly easily. But Freeman and West combining here to really put up a good fight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second, top of the first, no score. Hensley's offering. This is high and tight. West bends back out of the way, and it's 3-2. Just can't seem to find a way to put West away here in the first. Hensley's gone with a fastball, a cutter as well. No breaking pitches yet. Freeman out at second. Not being held on. Hensley, the tall righty, comes set. Wheels and deals the payoff pitch. Broken back grounder out to Cronin at second. Comes in a few steps. Fields and throws to first to get West to retire the side and strand the runner out at second. We'll go to the bottom of the first. River City nothing. Evansville coming to take their first swings here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Kruckemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kirkemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kirkemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kirkemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kirkemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kirkemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kirkemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kirkemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kirkemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kirkemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kirkemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kirkemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kirkemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
To the bottom half of the first inning we go. River City nothing. Evansville coming to take their first swings. On the mound for the Rascals is Hector Hernandez, right now tied for the league lead in wins with 10. And this is how the Otters lineup is going to look this evening against him. Remember, fans, tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Mr. Quick Pick, here to provide you the roadside service you deserve. Call Mr. Quick Pick at 812-496-2321. David Cronin leads it off, then J.J. Gould, Travis Harrison, Jeff Gardner, Carlos Castro, the first baseman, Taylor Lane, Mike Rizzatello in the lineup for the first time in a week. He'll hit 7. Hunter Cullen, then Taylor Helson rounds it out for the Otters here on a beautiful Saturday evening at Bosse Field.
And we have one heck of a crowd here tonight. I'm going to say close to 4,000 people. I'll tell you what, when the Otters play inspired baseball, the crowd comes out.
Now David Cronin into the box. Hernandez's first pitch. It's a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Hernandez, southpaw out there on the bump for the Rascals. 6'1", 200 pounds from Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico.
I never heard that.
Hernandez is 0-1. Cronin swings through it, and it's 0-2. In his second year with River City now, both seasons have been very strong. Last year, 8-8 with a 3.64 ERA and 121 innings. Now this year, again, over 100 innings. 10-5 with a 3.06 ERA. With 99 strikeouts and 41 walks. Is 0-2. Cronin rolls it on the ground, foul up the first base side. 0-2. And defensively, River City, the same as last evening. Their lineup the exact same as well. As when you've won 6 games in a row, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Suarez in left, Hearn in center, Levy in right. Martinez at third, Lalonde at short, Achenbaugh at second, with Quint Freeman at first and Gage West the catcher. Cronin, the leadoff man for the Otters, digs in from the left side. Hernandez is 0-2. Fouled back to the screen. Cronin stays alive.
Cronin's been hitting the ball solidly in the last, 2 weeks. He's got quite a few hits. 3 hits last night and
3 hits the night before that as well.
3 hits the night before that.
Yeah, David had his average around 280 for a good portion of the season. And as you mentioned, over the past week to 2 weeks, he's really bumped it up. Chokes up on the bat. The 0-2 again. Little squibber through the left side. That's going to be on into left field for a base hit right in between Martinez and Lalonde. The 5.5 hole perfectly done by Cronin. Not hit hard, but hit well. And it's a leadoff single for David Cronin. His average coming into this evening at 295. Going to get another uptick there for the first inning single.
You know, more of the left-hand batters would do what David did, and that is fake the bunt, throw that third baseman in, limit his range, and then poke it to the opposite field.
Now J.J. Gould, Cronin at first, and Hernandez fires home a first pitch strike on the outside corner, 0-1. J.J. in the second spot in the order for the second straight night, 250 on the season, 7 doubles, 8 driven in.
I'd have him bunting, to be honest with you.
Fake throw over to first. Hernandez steps off the rubber. Cronin dives back. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. Gould hitting, middle infield at double play depth, and the pitch misses downstairs, 1-1.
Andy's giving a lot of signs down there. I don't know if it's to steal or maybe it is a bunt. Whatever, we'll see.
Cronin, although with good speed, has really struggled stealing bases this season. 1-1. Slider on the outside corner, 1-2. David stolen 7 bases, but he's now been caught 11 times. And just for reference, most times coaches and evaluators want a base runner to be at about a 75% clip to be considered a successful base stealer. So anything lower than that, not too good. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, foul tipped into West's glove. Gould down on strikes. He's now punched out in 4 of his last 5 at-bats. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the first.
That's why I would have had him bunting, because JJ has a tendency of swinging and missing too many pitches. But now getting back to stealing bases, you know, you could be an Olympic runner and still get thrown out simply because you don't get that exhilaration with the first step.
First pitch to Travis Harrison misses downstairs for ball 1. Didn't the A's try that?
Well, I don't know, but the A's, you mean the man that's the general manager now that I helped introduce to Major League Baseball many years ago?
The 0-1 misses outside, 2-0.
He didn't know where the Toronto Stadium was.
Billy Beane?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
The architect of Moneyball.
Yes. I met him, I forgot what year it was, back in the 80s. Anyway, he didn't know where the stadium was. I had to take him to the stadium.
2-0 pitch to Harrison, rolled foul up the third base side, 2-1. Cronin's at first. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Travis Harrison at the dish.
Yeah, he got mad at me because we made arrangements that I'd meet him in Milwaukee or something, and then for some reason I had to go elsewhere, and I never showed up. And after that, he never talked to me.
Bill McCune blacklisted by Oakland Athletics general manager Billy Beane.
Yeah, well, he wasn't a GM then. He was just a scout.
2-1 to Harrison. Hit hard on the ground, backhand pick by the third baseman Martinez. On to second for 1, back to first. A twin killing turned nicely by the Rascals. 5-4-3. Harrison stung it. Martinez picked it, and the inning is over. We'll go to the second, scoreless after 1, here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day.
Football
I want to
stadium.
be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
We go to the top half of the second inning after 1 frame, no score here at Valsey Field. And hey, Otters fans, you already know Krookemeyer and Kahn's an official sponsor of the Evansville Otters. Whether you're searching for an exquisite diamond engagement ring, diamond anniversary band, dazzling earrings, or gorgeous diamond bracelet, Krookemeyer and Kahn is the place for extraordinary value and a pleasurable experience. Krookemeyer and Kahn, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Ty Hensley back to work for Evansville. Allowed a base runner in the first, but worked around it for a scoreless frame. And one of the cool things about today, Ty is starting on the mound for the Otters as normal, on normal 1 week's rest. Well, his younger brother is actually just starting his athletic season as well. Ty's younger brother, his name eludes me, but he's a starting offensive tackle for the University of Hawaii, who begins their season today at Colorado State.
Oh, no kidding. At Colorado. Okay.
Yeah, and a pretty athletic family.
You know, I can remember drafting a pitcher.
Hensley's first pitch to Paul Cronenfeld misses outside to begin the second.
And, well, anyway, I tried to sign the pitcher, and the scout from California kept saying, well, he pitched on the rock.
1-0 pitch. Fastball called, strike one, inside corner at the knees.
And I didn't know what the rock meant, but that was Hawaii. Pitched University of Hawaii at the rock. He pitched for the rock.
Hensley winds and deals the 1-1. Way upstairs all the way to the backstop, 2-1. Cronenfeld leading it off for the Rascals. 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Designated hitter hitting .297 on the season. 22 long balls, 65 driven in. Left-handed batter, the 2-1. Swings and pops it in the air, left side of the diamond, just behind short. Shortstop Gould ranging out, and in shallow left, he puts it away over his head for the first out of the inning. I always just find it so fascinating when you got a guy like Ty, the kind of build he has, a real sturdy guy, 6'4", 245. Apparently his younger brother's even bigger than he is.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when you're 6 foot, 180 pounds, then you're called, you're like a solid Charlie Atlas type body.
First pitch to Braxton Martinez, fastball just a tick low for ball one.
You don't remember Charlie Atlas?
No
that
idea.
Was before your day.
Martinez, right-handed batter, .260 this season. Hensley winds and deals the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Martinez climbs the ladder for the high fastball, 1-1. Hensley, of course, played a little bit of high school football before toning that down to really focus on baseball. But both of his parents were athletes at the University of Oklahoma. His father played baseball there. The 1-1. Fastball called, strike two at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and his dad went on to a little minor league career as well.
Oh, really?
Before hanging it up.
What year? I mean, what club?
Let's go to the internet and see what it reveals. Hensley's 1-2 to Martinez. Just outside, a cutter can't find the zone, 2-2.
It's still be way past my time because I've got great grandchildren.
Hensley peers in over the glove. Martinez awaits. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball high and tight. Martinez lifts his arms out of the way to avoid getting hit, and the count's full. Yep, his father Mike played for Oklahoma and then eventually the St. Louis Cardinals organization.
Oh, okay, what years?
If I had to guess, as the payoff pitch comes home, check swing, called strike 3. As I'm not sure if that was on the swing or on the pitch.
I'm going to say on the pitch. I thought it was a good breaking pitch. It was a breaking pitch, by the way. Yeah, I'll probably say in the 1970s.
Let's see what I can dig up here. But Hensley does record his first strikeout of the game there. And now there's 2 outs in the top of the second, and Zach Levy, the batter, Hensley's first pitch. He swings and skies it in the air, left side of the diamond, foul ground. Hilson giving chase in front of the Rascals bullpen, runs out of room for strike 1.
Yeah, it was on the roof, and unfortunately there was no ladder for Hilson to climb up that ladder to catch it. I'm going to say 1976, 75.
Unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything about when his father's career was. Yeah. It's the 0-1 is fouled straight back, no balls and 2 strikes.
Immaterial. If Paul Mattingly was on back in the station, he would have told us.
Oh, okay, I found the news. He played it from 1988 till 1990.
Wow. So he's a
0-2 pitch, fouled off again, still 0-2, drafted in the second round of the 1988 draft by the St. Louis Cardinals.
Second round?
Yeah, but then went on to coach for a couple of different colleges, Oral Roberts as well as Kansas State as a pitching coach.
Wow, but a second-round draft. Wow, must have been pretty good.
Hensley's 0-2 to Levy, bounces in, well out in front of the plate, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the second. Nobody on. Hensley looking for the 1-2-3 frame. After a scoreless first, we're in the second, still no score. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Second strike out of the frame for Ty. Back-to-back to end the inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. No score here from Bosse Field on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Second inning here from Bosse Field. No score between the Rascals and the Otters in a game with some big playoff implications as we go down the stretch. The Otters, with games dwindling on their schedule, trying to make up ground. As Jeff Gardner stands in, and the first pitch from Hernandez is at the knees for a called strike one. Evansville, this is going to be game number 89 in their schedule, meaning that there's 7 left overall. A game and a half back. Or 2 games back, thank you, Bill, for correcting me, as the 0-1's in the dirt to Gardner, 1-1. 2 games back of River City in the division. Still, I believe, a game back in the wild card as well from Normal. Or check that, actually, a half game back of Normal in the wild card. So I get the nodding approval of my partner, Bill, who is on top of all things like that. The 1-1 to Gardner. Swings and misses. It's 1-2. Jeff leading it off for Evansville. 4, 5, and 6 in the order after Travis Harrison's smash at third turned into a 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah, what a game defensively Jeff Gardner played last night. Oh my God, even my wife.
1-2, chopped on the ground to second. Big high hopped for Achenbach, who does a little jump in order to pull it down at second, then throws to first to retire Gardner for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, my wife on the way home, we critique the game every night, and I'll tell you what, she compliments those guys. That was one of the first things she said last night was, boy, did Gardner make some outstanding plays.
Gardner retired, and now it's Carlos Castro playing first base for the first time since the end of May. Played in 1 game at first for Evansville before hurting his arm in a game against the Gateway Grizzlies. And taking all the way, sees a strike on the outside half, 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the second, nobody on, no score. Castro 8 for 18 since being activated off the DL this week. The pitch. Chopped over, top of the mound, out towards short. Lalonde charges, fields on the grass, and throws to first to get Castro by a half step for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Lalonde, recognizing who was running down the line, could kind of take his time getting to that ball. makes a strong, accurate throw, and Castro is retired.
And Castro did what we've been talking about the last couple nights, is leaping into the first base bag. And, you know, that's the wrong thing to do. Is you compliment it. Records or statistics show that it doesn't help at all. Run through. Just continue your pace of going through the bag.
Now Taylor Lane, right-handed batter, and Hernandez fires a first pitch strike to jump ahead on the Otters left fielder. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Hector Hernandez looking sharp here early on. Rascals and Otters scoreless for now. Lane open stance, the pitch. Misses high and outside, 1-1.
Well, the only hit so far in the game, and we're in the bottom of the second, and that was that line drive that, that Cronin got through the infield.
1-1 pitch. Lane swings and misses. Off speed down in the dirt. It's 1-2. Taylor's been a nice addition to the Otters since coming from Arizona State. 367 on the season, 1 for 5 last night with what looked to be a big 2-run double. Unfortunately, went by the wayside in the 8-5 defeat. 1-2 pitch. Same off-speed pitch down. This time Lane learns his lesson and lays off 2-2.
Just look what you got. The number of the bat. The batter is number 2. He's got 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. There's 4 of a kind.
The bottom of the second, the pitch misses down low, and the count's full.
That's 5. You can't beat that in the poker hand. I'll tell you that. The only thing is, I don't think there's 5 deuces in a poker deck. Unless you play deuces wild.
Yeah. Count full on Taylor Lane, 367, 6 RBIs on the season. Hernandez looking to avoid his first free pass of the evening. Payoff pitch. Misses down low, ball 4. That is the first walk he's going to issue. Lane draws it there to extend the second inning for Mike Rizzatello.
You know, how many times, I know you keep records, how many times has Mike Rizzatello come to bat with men on base? I would say if he came to bat 80 times, 60 have been with men on base.
Well, by golly, you've got it.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. He's had 60 at-bats this season with runners on base. First pitch to Mike is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Do I get an A+ on that test?
That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Taylor Lane's at first base, 2 outs. Mike, a right-handed batter, stands in the pitch. High and away, 1-1. Yeah, 60 at-bats this season with men on base. Yeah. A 183 average, 14 knocked in.
It seems like he's always coming up with men on base.
Mike overall a 216 hitter this season as he swings at the 1-1, taps it back to the mound, speared by Hernandez, sets his feet and throws Rizzatello out at first for a nice nifty play from the pitcher to end the inning. We'll go to the third. Still no score from Bosse Field here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Kirkemeyer and Kahn.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The University of Evansville's Department of Creative Writing is one of the few schools in the country to offer a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. Award-winning and widely published faculty teach in genre fiction, humor writing, digital media, screenwriting, creative nonfiction, and contemporary poetry. Students edit nationally and internationally recognized publications such as the Evansville Review and Measure. This hands-on experience with professional writers, editors, and publishers prepares students for graduate school or careers as editors and publishers. Visit creativewriting.evansville.edu for more information.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
top half of the third inning we go. It's Evansville 0 and River City 0 as well. 8-9-1 in the Rascals' order. It's been a nice pitching display thus far. Both guys doing it a little bit differently. Hernandez, so far in this one, has racked up 1 strikeout. Hensley's got 2, and just 1 hit between the 2 clubs.
Right, a line drive by Dave Cronin through the hole between third and short.
Ransom Lalonde leads it off for the Rascals, 8-9-1 in the order. Lalonde, right-handed batter, tall in the box, 6'4". Hensley's first pitch to him. Fires a fastball in there on the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. And I've got to say, out of all, even the no-hitter start, this is the most control I've seen Hensley exhibit early on in the start.
Yeah, you're right. He's only got 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and he's around the plate most of the time.
0-1 misses high and tight, 1-1. You know, that start against Florence, what really helped Ty a lot. He ended up walking quite a few batters, but he was effectively wild, and that, you know, a lot of the Freedom hitters didn't know if the ball was going to end up in the backstop as the 1-1 comes home, and it's lifted in the air to center. Hunter Cohen takes a few steps back. The center fielder's under it, and he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Well, in Florence, when he was wild, you say, was he wild high and inside?
Yeah.
To right-hand batters, yeah.
No, he was scaring them a little bit, and then he'd come break off a nasty breaking pitch. They can't touch it. But here tonight, you know, it's been really good fastball command. We still haven't seen the big 12-6 breaking ball yet, which I honestly think is a little bit of a good sign that he hasn't had to turn to it yet.
Well, he's been throwing it in his warm-up pitches, and it's been really good.
First pitch now to Kevin Suarez. Attacks the outside corner for strike 1. Suarez, right-handed batter, number 9 in the order, just a .239 average. Hensley's pitch yanked outside. Rizzatello nearly has his arm taken off, trying to keep that in front. 1-1. 1 out, top of the third, nobody on. No score. Rascals and Otters, who are from Bosse Field on a gorgeous Saturday evening. The next pitch, cut on and miss. Suarez late on the fastball. 1-2.
How did the tryout or workout clinic go today?
Yeah, the clinic for the young kids. I was here early. I got to see a little bit of it. It was nice.
Was it?
Good to see the guys interacting with the young kids. 1-2 on Suarez. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Looked like a slider or a cutter down in the dirt. Suarez can't touch it. Rizzatello keeps it in front, tags him out for the second out of the inning. Strikeout number 3 for Hensley.
Now, I don't know if he's throwing a cut fastball or what, but...
it's definitely not the 12-6 breaking ball we've seen before.
Right.
But it's a little bit of drop, a little bit of sideways movement, but it's not anything too drastic.
Right. The movement is maybe 3 to 4 inches at the most compared to a 2 or 3 foot...
First pitch to J.D. Hearn is chopped foul on the third base side for strike 1. And I think, you know, it's been a very effective pitch so far, obviously.
Oh, yeah. And the third base coach, who's the manager, made an outstanding play down there, leaping high to get that ground ball.
0-1 on Hearn. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the third. Otters and Rascals scoreless for right now. Hensley winds and deals the pitch. There's the first breaking ball, and it's outside for ball 1.
Right, that was the big curveball.
Hearn flew out to right center field his first time up. The 1-1. Fastball left upstairs. Hearn lays off. 2-1. Rascals through the first 9 batters. No hits, just 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Hensley from the first base side of the rubber gets his sign. The 2-1. Cut on and missed. Hensley powers a fastball into the zone. Hearn comes up empty, and it's 2-2.
This has been one of the best crowds we've had all season long. My God, they're still coming in.
And if you remember, you know, on the season, the other biggest crowd that we had this year was the E for Everyone night. That turned into a 4-3 victory against the Florence Freedom, one of the most exciting games we've had here this season.
That's right.
And then the next night we had great attendance for the doubleheader against Florence 2 weeks ago that Hensley started and threw that no-hitter. The 2-2, down and away. Hearn leaves it there, and the count's full.
That was the night that we invited the mayor, the Evansville mayor, to come, and with the bases loaded, he brought us in 3 runs.
Count full on Hearn. 2 outs, nobody on. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts in the game for Ty Hensley. And he's through 3 shutout innings. To the bottom half of the frame we go. It's River City nothing and Evansville nothing. Here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning alongside Bill McHugh and Sam Jelinek here. Hunter Cullen leads it off for the Otters against the Rascals. No score here from Bosse Field. Hunter, 8th man in the order, 8-9-1 in the Otters' home half of the 3rd. And the first pitch from Hector Hernandez finds the outside corner for strike 1.
In the last week, Hunter has put down several outstanding bunts for base hits.
Had one of those last night for his only hit of the game, as he takes the 0-1 down and away. A ball into strike. Hunter, 225 on the season, has seen a lot of playing time out in center field lately. Great defense, great speed. He stole his 11th base of the season last night, too.
All right, now you notice the third baseman's in there creeping in for the bunt.
The pitch. Hernandez clips the outside corner, 1-2. Hunter, 225 on the season.
Yeah, now the third baseman's backing up, but bringing that third baseman in shortens his range, and therefore then you just slap it into left.
Left on left matchup. Hunter chokes up on the bat. The pitch. Misses upstairs, and it's 2-2.
We used to have a center fielder years ago, Dale Mueller, who he did that perfectly. I tell you what, draw that third baseman in, slap it to left.
Hernandez rocks and deals the break-even pitch, and Hunter swings and misses. Foul-tipped, held onto by West. Second strikeout of the game for Hernandez, and the first out in the bottom of the 3rd.
Taylor Hilson.
You know, Sam, we haven't had a Otter home run in the Bud Light lime patio in a long while. So
first pitch to Taylor Hilson, shows bunt, drops it down third base side. Hernandez, the pitcher, tries to field it, but it kicks off his glove, ranging to his right. That's going to be a base knock for Taylor Hilson. Expertly done for the bunt base knock. The Otters get their second hit of the day. Man, when a bunt is done right, it's a thing. It's a beauty to behold.
It is, and well, of course, you were only with us the first year here, but for 9 years I've been talking about bunts, how to bunt, how to properly lay a ball down, how effective it is.
Hilson executes to perfection. Now the top of the order, David Cronin. Left on left matchup. Third baseman creeps in the first pitch. Little looping liner into right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Hilson rounds second hard, but hits the brakes immediately and stays there. The second hit of the game for David Cronin. Neither of them rather, a line drive, but both of them base knocks, and the Otters have 2 on with 1 out. for J.J. Gould.
Well, in the box score, it's a line drive base hit, 1 or 2 hops. Oh, this is the most effective the Otters have been in this game.
Gould struck out swinging his first time up. Left on right matchup in the first pitch. Missed just off the edge of the plate, knee high, 1-0. 1 out, bottom of the third, no score. Otters and Rascals tied at 0. Gould 8 RBIs this season, had a big 2-run single a couple of nights ago as the 1-0 misses outside, 2-0.
That was a line drive signal that brought those runs in too.
Yeah, 2-run single to right against Southern Illinois that gave the Otters, I believe at the time, a 7-5 lead.
Years ago, we called that a Texas Ligger.
2-0 on Gould. Hilson at second, Cronin at first. Here it comes, and it's outside, 3-0. And all of a sudden, Hernandez, who looked really sharp to begin this game, and having a little bit of control issues, steps off the mound, goes to the rosin bag, tries to recompose himself.
Well, all 3 of those pitches were pretty near in the same location, low and outside.
His 3-0 pitch. This is down and in, ball 4 all the way to the backstop. Hilson up to third, Cronin up to second, Gould trots down to first. And the bases are loaded for Travis Harrison, the one Otter you do not want to see with the bags full.
Now, I was with Travis out there in the refreshment line, and I tell you, we were talking about his father-in-law, Jim Paulman, and I told him I was going to call his father-in-law and just say hello, and he said, yeah, he loves to talk, and I said, well, good luck tonight. And here we are in the situation. I hope that good luck pays off right now.
Harrison bounced into a double play his first time up. Now swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul sharply towards the River City bullpen for strike 1. Travis hit a ball just like that, but at the third baseman, Braxton Martinez, that started a 5-4-3 double play that ended the first. Hits here with the bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the third, no score on the season. Travis hitting .538 with the bases full. The pitch around the ankles for ball 1. 1 grand slam, 18 driven in. The Otters have hit 4 grand salamis on the season.
Well, like I said, the Bud Light Pavilion is out there waiting for Travis's grand slam.
The 1-1 pitch. Change up, down and away. Harrison spits on it, 2-1.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Single walk here in the bottom of the third following Hunter Colin's strikeout to begin the inning. Otters with the first real scoring opportunity of the night. 2-1 pitch. Fastball sinks down and away, 3-1.
Hey, now doesn't this remind you of last night? Only in a reverse team.
Bags full of Otters, 1 out. 3-1 on Harrison. First baseman Freeman plays just behind the grass. The pitch. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. Harrison with a full step towards first. Thought he had the bases loaded walk, but instead the count's going to be full.
Okay, what a wonderful young gentleman this guy is, this Travis.
Travis knows his strike zone, knows how to take a walk.
Yeah.
Middle infield at double play depth. Travis top 5 in the league in terms of walks. Now hitting an even 300 on the season. 8 home runs, 54 driven in, as well as a .533 average in his past 10. Payoff pitch. Fastball outside, ball 4, nearly in the same spot. Hernandez starts barking at the home plate umpire, Dennis Freck, saying he wants that call there. Hilson trots on home from third to score the first run of the game. And on Travis Harrison's bases loaded walk, it's 1-0 Otters.
And nobody's in the River City bullpen warming up yet.
We would like to wish a happy...
And that is what we have now.
Aaron.
2 walks, 2 hits and 2 walks.
They paid $5 for, so Aaron celebrating birthday number 30.
And Hernandez was very emphatic to the home plate umpire, Dennis Breck, that he thought that that pitch was the same as the 3-1.
But you notice Steve Brook, the manager, never went out and argued and never said a word. He just walked out to the pitcher's mound and talked to his pitcher. So I guess he didn't disagree.
Just trying to calm Hernandez down. Hector's been the most consistent starter on the season for the Rascals. He's won his past 2 decisions, both times going 6 innings, allowing just 2 runs. But has had command problems lately. In his past 2 starts, has walked 5 in each outing.
Oh, he walked 5 in the last game?
Yep, and the one before that.
Oh, boy.
And already 3 free passes here tonight.
And 2 in this inning.
Bases still full now. Jeff Gardner, the batter. And the first pitch, he swings and pops it up on the infield third base side. Third baseman Martinez right next to the bag. Puts it away in fair territory for the second out of the inning.
Well, it's up to Carlos.
Number 21.
This is going to be Carlos's first at-bat with the bases juiced this season.
Well, if anyone can power a ball out of this ballpark, he generates power with that swing.
Carlos bounced out to short his first time up. 1-0 Otters, bottom of the third inning. In the pitch, Hernandez places a fastball on the outside corner at the knees. 0-1, 2 outs. Cronin at third, Gould at second, Harrison at first. Hernandez set his pitch. Castro chops it out to short. Lalonde, the shortstop, waits back on it and flips it on to second the short way for the fielder's choice to end the inning. Otters load the bases with 1 out, get 1 run out of it, and we'll go to the 4th. Evansville ahead 1-0 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the tri-state, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 tri-state locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Why do student veterans choose the University of Evansville? Let's look at the intel. UE consistently ranks among the very best as veteran-friendly by sources who know. UE offers more than 80 areas of study, including engineering, business, nursing, and criminal justice, as well as accelerated degrees. Plus, we have free tuition available to qualifying veterans and their dependents. Go to evansville.edu/Veterans Affairs to learn more. Your next adventure is waiting. Start your University of Evansville degree today.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slays Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slays Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slays Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
We move along to the top half of the 4th inning, and hey, Otters fans, if you come to Bosse Field for an Otters game, there's only 1 more left in the regular season, by the way. If you come to Bosse Field, bring your Otters ticket stub into Krookemeyer and Kahn for a monthly raffle. Winning ticket gets 50% off any purchase over $1,000 on their fine jewelry. Winner will be drawn on the 1st of each month. Also mention the Evansville Otters digital network at Krookemeyer and Kahn and get 20% off any purchase of $500 or more.
We would like to give a
Going into the top half of the fourth inning, the Otters now hold a 1-0 lead thanks to the Travis Harrison bases loaded walk. You know, it would have been nice to get a few more runs, but one gives the Otters the edge here in the early going, and Ty Hensley has looked mighty sharp thus far.
As a person with great knowledge on baseball, you all would always say it takes one run to win the game anyway. So that one run may end up being the only run of the game. While in between the innings, somebody sang God Bless America, and I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it was so nice to see everybody stand. The players came out on the field paying tribute to our nation, and it's really great to live in the United States.
To lead off the top of the fourth inning, Trevor Achenbaugh is going to stand in against Ty Hensley. Goes into his line, the first pitch, way upstairs for ball one. It's Evansville 1, River City nothing through 3 innings of play. No hits on the scoreboard yet for the Rascals. So the 1-0 comes home to Achenbaugh, and he fouls it straight back, 1-1. River City collected just 6 hits yesterday, and through the first 8 innings, they only had 2 total.
Yeah, they had only 2 hits up until that 9th inning, and then, of course, they had 7 walks. That's what.
1-1, Cutter misses just above the belt, 2-1. Achenbaugh bounced out to second his first time up. He had the game-breaking double in the 9th inning yesterday, a 2-run, 2-bagger into right center field. Heading the count, 2-1. Here it comes. Hensley fires a fastball just high, 3-1.
I think Tyler Beersley only gave up, 3 walks, and then the relief pitching gave up the others.
3-1 pitch, way high, ball 4. Achenbaugh draws the walk. Tyler ended up actually giving up 5 walks. Had 2 going into the 9th inning,
okay.
Walked the first 3.
Okay.
Or rather, actually walked the first, then struck out a batter and walked 2 after that.
No, you're right. I forgot about those previous walks. I know that in the last inning, yes, the first 4 batters in the 9th inning, he struck out 1, then walked 3.
Runner at first, and the first pitch to Clint Freeman misses down and away for ball 1. Achenbaugh at first bluffed a steal, but heads back to the base. Nobody out, top of the 4th inning. A leadoff walk for the Rascals. Breaks a string of 7 in a row retired by Hensley. Comes set is 1-0 to Freeman. Fastball tails away, 2-0. Freeman walked his first time up. Hensley's allowed just 2 in the game. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Otters lead 1-0. Achenbaugh at first, a threat to run. Here's the 2-0. Down and in, and it's 3 balls and no strikes on Freeman.
Seabrook, the manager there, just gave a couple slaps on the wrist and said 1 out, no outs, whatever, and hold it, don't run.
The 3-0. Hensley pours in the fastball on the outside half. 3-1.
No sign at all. Got to read that sign language.
The 3-1 popped in the air down the left field line. Taylor Lane, the left fielder, giving chase, but it slices back out of play to run the count full 3-2.
You know, you were lucky. You were lucky. You mentioned earlier there was a fly ball down there that looked like it was going to be fouled by many, many feet, and it ended up at maybe, 5 feet shy of the foul line, fair foul line. Somebody, we got a problem down here.
Count full on Freeman, runner at first. Runner goes on the payoff, but it's fouled away on the left side. Still 3-2. Achenbach at first, nobody out, top of the fourth inning. Otters lead 1-0 on the Travis Harrison bases loaded walk. Throw over to first is low and by the first baseman Castro all the way towards the Otters bullpen. Achenbach goes to second. He's going to round it head for third, and he makes it there without a play. A two-base throwing error is going to be charged to Ty Hensley on the mound for the poor throw over to first. And the Rascals have a man in scoring position with nobody out. Achenbach tried to run on the previous pitch. There was the 3-2 offering, so again, Hensley trying to keep a close eye on him, but instead throws the ball away on the pickoff attempt. Still 3-2 on Freeman. Achenbach now at third, infield back. Here it comes. Ripped down the right field line. That's going to hook foul over the party tents.
We've got something occurring down here in the box seats. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, there's a lot of people gathering around, and we've got Otter personnel down there.
3-2 on Freeman. Hensley comes to the ready. Serves up the payoff pitch. Freeman takes a hack at a high fastball. Hits it high in the air down the left field side. That's out of play again.
Well, so the runner would easily score.
Count still full on Freeman. Achenbach at third. Hensley ready. A leg kick to the pitch. Weak grounder to Castro at first. Double clutches, and now he's got Achenbach in a run down between home and third. Throw back to third. Hilson running him home. Throw to Rizzatello, the catcher, chasing him back to third. Flips to Gould, who's now at third, and they tag out the runner. At the end of the rundown, up to second goes Freeman, but the run saved, and it's still 1-0 Evansville. Clint Freeman up to second after the pickle. And a great play by Castro, who double clutched, but caught Achenbach in between home and third. The Otters save a run there, still ahead 1-0.
That was an outstanding play by Castro, you're right. And the runner, why he didn't continue home, I don't know, because it's always better to continue to run rather than getting a run down like he did. But a Monday morning quarterback's better than a player.
And that was peculiar by Achenbach, because Castro, when it looked like he was about to throw home, kind of double clutched on the ball, couldn't get it out of his glove. Yeah. I'm not sure why Achenbach hit the brakes, but the Otters catch a huge break. And now with Freeman at second, the first pitch to Gage West misses outside for ball one.
Well, you notice the intelligence of the catcher, Mike Rizzatello, ran him all the way back to third. That was the regular right play. Run him back to the base they came from. Don't let him advance. If you do, make a mistake.
West grounded out to second his first time up now. Swings through the high heater, and the count's 1-1. One out, top of the fourth. Otters just caught Trevor Achenbach in a run down between home and third, preventing the first run of the game for River City to score. Now Freeman out at second, and West the batter. Left-handed swinger, the catcher. The kick in the 1-1. Called strike two, clipping the outside corner with the fastball. Hensley now ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Hit softly on the ground towards second. Cronin fields. Castro goes to cover the bag. Cronin flips it to him there for the second out. Good communication between Cronin and Castro, as it looked like Carlos was about to go for that baseball before Cronin said, "That's all me." Second baseman fields, Castro covers the base, and that's the second out of the inning. Freeman advances to third on the play, but now with 2 outs, Paul Cronenfeld steps to the dish. Otters ahead 1-0, but the tying run now at third base for the Rascals here in the top of the fourth. Right on left matchup, the first pitch. Cronenfeld swings through it, foul tipped actually into Rizzatello's glove for strike one. The next pitch, cut on and missed again. Hensley blows the fastball by Cronenfeld, 0-2, and it tied just one pitch away from working out of this jam. Cronenfeld, 22 home runs on the season. Hensley trying to set him down, comes set. Twirls the 0-2, fastball high. Cronenfeld won't chase, a ball and 2 strikes. Otters lead by 1. The 1-2 pitch, outside 2-2. Again, Cronenfeld lays off. Hensley's pitch count starting to rise pretty rapidly here in the top of the fourth inning. Now at 76 pitches. He's thrown very well, but the Rascals have battled every step of the way. Count even on Cronenfeld. Freeman at third, 2 outs. The kick and the pitch, swung on and missed. Hensley strikes out Cronenfeld, his 5th of the game, strands Freeman at third. And the Otters keep the lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the fourth. You're listening to Otters Baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
Hi, I'm Katie Taylor.
And I'm Paul Kirby. The Mickey's Kingdom Community Build is getting closer, and we need your help.
We already have a lot of great volunteers for the build, but we still need more.
Volunteers are the most important part of the Mickey's Kingdom Community Build, and we know our community always steps up to help.
For a complete list of days and times volunteers are needed, please visit our website at mickeyskingdomdowntownevansville.com and click on the Volunteers tab. Or email me, Katie Taylor, at ct37@evansville.edu.
I am a veteran. I lost both legs in Vietnam.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My victory was getting my benefits and a good education.
DAV helps veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran. I didn't want to admit it, but I have PTSD.
So veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory was finding help and learning that I wasn't alone.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, it's Evansville 1, River City nothing, and Taylor Lane's going to lead it off for the Otters. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Lane walked his first time up. That was back in the second. Hector Hernandez back to work in his first pitch. It's a fastball that paints the outside black for strike one. Hernandez through the first 3 innings has allowed just the 1 run as his 0-1 comes home, and Lane chops it on the ground to short up the middle. Shortstop Lalonde ranges just next to the second base bag. Gloves and throws to first to retire Lane. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 27, the catcher, Mike Rizzatello.
Well, Mike's coming to bat this time, but there's no one on. Anyway, and what was happening down in front of us by the box seats, whatever, the woman is in that wheelchair.
First pitch to Rizzatello is fouled off for strike one.
And certainly was given all kinds of attention by the Evansville Otter personnel, which people are very grateful for. They were all assisting in one way or the other, so it's nice to know that
0-1, Rizzatello takes outside 1-1.
if there is a medical problem, the Otters personnel are there to help. And
one out, bottom of the fourth inning. Evansville leads 1-0. Hernandez winds and deals the pitch, and again can't find the outside part of the plate. 2-1. Hernandez, through the first three, as I mentioned, has allowed 1 run. He's walked a number of batters, 3 in total, given up 3 hits. Southpaw into the line, the 2-1. This is away from Rizzatello again, 3-1, and that's been Hernandez's main miss of the evening. Can't seem to consistently find the outside half. Rascals wearing their black jerseys here on the road as the 3-1 comes home to Mike. Takes a called strike to Hernandez, this time able to place it on the outside edge. Count full. The Otters, on the other hand, wearing special theme jerseys for the second straight night. Yesterday was Star Wars night. Here tonight, military appreciation. So the Otters wearing star-spangled uniforms. Blue with the stars on the right side of the jersey, then white in the middle, and then on the left side around the shoulder, red and white stripes with stars again to accent the entire uniform, kind of make it look like the flag. Counts full on Rizzatello, 1 out, bottom of the fourth. Nobody on. Otters ahead by 1. Payoff delivery. Fastball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Rizzatello does not like it, gesturing to Dennis Freck, but he thought that that one was off the plate. But he's rung up looking. The third punch out for Hernandez, and 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth.
I think Mike's got an argument there. To me, it looked low outside, and I thought Mike was arguing. Anyway, there goes that woman in the wheelchair being escorted by the doctor, and I don't recognize her, but...
First pitch to Hunter Cullen. Hunter takes a called strike, fastball knee high. 2 outs now, bases still empty. Otters have not been retired in order here this evening. In the first, Hernandez faced the minimum but allowed a hit. The pitch. Cullen taps it foul up the first base side, and it's 0-2. One nothing Evansville on a beautiful evening. Otters trying to rebound from a terrible loss last night, 8-5 the final. 0-2 pitch. Hunter with a self-defense hack, able to ground it foul. Still 0-2. The Otters led 5-0 going into the ninth. 8 runs scored for the Rascals.
My heart was still beating hard when I was driving home and just replaying that game.
0-2 again from Hernandez. Hunter pops it foul. Gets back out of play. Still 0-2. But for the Otters, the good news is they still have life. They still have 2 more shots at River City here tonight, and then tomorrow afternoon in the series finale. Evansville 2 games back of the Rascals and a half game back of Normal for the top, or for the second wild card spot. 0-2 once more, and Hunter swings and misses. Can't touch the breaking ball from Hernandez. Back-to-back Ks to end the fourth, and we'll go to the fifth. It's Evansville 1 and River City 0 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Kruckemeyer and Kahn.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Hey 91.5 UEV listeners, if you like the music we play and our programming throughout the week, please consider donating to WUEV. It's as easy as going to wuev.org and clicking the Give button. Or if you have a local business and are interested in underwriting UEV programming, email us at wuev@evansville.edu. From the staff at 91.5 FM WUEV, we thank you for listening and appreciate your support.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Hey Otters fans, Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course has the best golf rates in town. Now offering 18 holes with a cart for just $18. Don't forget the dollar drafts and $5 pitchers of ice cold beer. Come and visit the Bolt. Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. We'll go to the top half of the fifth inning now, as we say our final goodbyes to Alex Phillips, kind enough to come shake our hand and say goodbye as he goes off to the promised land of affiliated baseball. And Hensley's first pitch to Braxton Martinez is a called strike one. Congrats to Alex once again. Headed off to Fort Myers to take his physical for the Twins, and then on to what he thinks will probably be the Appy League as Hensley misses down and away to Martinez 1-1 to join the Elizabethton Twins in their postseason push down the stretch.
Yeah, he certainly was a great addition to the Otter staff, I'll say that.
1-1. Martinez skies it in the air on the infield first base side. Carlos Castro, the first baseman, underneath of it. Halfway down the line on the grass, he puts it away in fair territory for the first out of the inning. It's very hard when you have a pitcher performing as well as he is to try and keep him in the organization in independent ball, but that's exactly what you want.
That's the object of the Frontier League, to help young men advance into affiliated baseball so they got an opportunity to play in the major leagues. There's no major leagues from the Otters, or not the Otters, I don't mean it in that respect. The Frontier League is not an affiliated league of the major leagues.
First pitch now to Zach Levy, misses high for ball one. So, of course, the next step for every ball player here aspiring to the next step is being signed by a affiliated club, as Hensley misses down and in. 2-0 on Levy. So congrats to Alex once again, the fourth member of the Otters this season to be picked up by an affiliated club. Technically the fifth if you want to count Josh Allen, who was here for the prior 4 years. The 2-0 to Levy. Fouls it straight back 2-0, and of course he was with the St. Paul Saints when he got picked up by the Mets. But for this season, Luke Rennie, Pat McGuff, Logan Taylor, and now you can add Alex Phillips to the list.
Right.
When you strike out about 42 guys in 21 innings, that's going to happen.
Yes.
The 2-1. Levy chases the high fastball, 2-2, one out top of the fifth. Otters ahead 1-0. Levy, the batter, struck out swinging his first time up. And it's just another beautiful night for baseball at Bosse Field.
Oh, it is. A beautiful night is right.
The 2-2. Fastball just outside. Rizzatello held it there for a sec trying to get the call, but no dice. And the count's full.
It's good to see our fans here, too. Secret Weapons down there in his chair, ringing the cowbell. And also Sergeant James and Gloria are here. Loyal fans.
Payoff pitch from Hensley. Popped in the air behind home. Levy stays alive. One out, count full on Levy, nobody on.
You know, it's like yesterday, Sam. I mean, all day long it rained, and yet we had an outstanding crowd, loyal Otterville fans to come and witness, unfortunately, a beautiful game until the night. But still, I mean, they came out with the rain coming down.
3-2 again, way high. Levy draws ball 4. Third walk of the game given up by Hensley. And it's a one-out base runner for Ransom Lalonde.
That tells you that they're baseball fans here in Otterville, and they love the Otters.
Number 22, shortstop Ransom Lalonde.
Lalonde flew out to center his first time up. 1 out, a man at first, top of the 5th. Otters 1, Rascals nothing. Open stance for Lalonde from the right side. First pitch. Cutter misses away for ball 1. In a Linfield at double play tap. Looking to turn 2 here as Hensley's pitch count continues to elevate a little bit. No action in the bullpen. From the stretch, just below the letters, is 1-0. Fastball missing just below the knees, and it's 2-0. That was pitch number 89 on the night for Ty. He has now worked more than 5 innings this season. That was the no-hitter that he combined with Matt Chavarria for. The light kick, the 2-0 pitch. Fastball, bell tie, 2-1.
There goes secret weapon with the cowbell.
Runner at first, 1 out in the pitch. Hensley yanks it just outside, and it's 3-1.
Well, it's interesting here. 3-1 count. They're down by 1. Let's see what the manager's going to do.
Levy has stolen 7 bases this season, been caught 4 times. Hensley comes to the ready. 3-1 pitch, runner stays put, and the fastball's below the zone for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Hensley, and there's 2 on with 1 out for Kevin Suarez. And Max Peterson's going to come out of the dugout and go talk to Hensley. Nobody's warming up in the bullpen, and nobody appears to be active and starting to get loose anyways. Peterson with a long trot out. Hensley with the 2 walks. Hasn't been missing by much, but can't seem to really lock in on the strike zone here in this frame. Prior to the inning, had only walked 2. Had struck out 5 as well. But with 1 swift ground ball, he could get out of this inning. 1 out, top of the 5th. Otters ahead 1-0. With men at first and second for Kevin Suarez. Struck out swinging his first time up.
Number 31, left fielder Kevin Suarez.
Suarez has really been struggling, hitless in his last 15 at-bats. Right-handed hitter. The first pitch. Hensley leaves the fastball eye level on Suarez for ball 1.
That's when they're dangerous, Sam. 0 for 16, you know they're going to come out of it. You just hope that this is not the time.
Hensley with the tan mitt comes set, his pitch. Misses down in the dirt, squirts between the legs of Rizzatello. Runner from second starts going to third, but hits the brakes and scampers back. And Rizzatello was not only fighting to keep that ball in front, he had to dodge the home plate umpire, Dennis Freck, as well.
That's right. Sometimes those umpires, as a former catcher, those umpires can get in the way.
Garrett Harris is going to start warming up for Evansville down in the bullpen. Hensley's pitch count now up into the 90s. 2-0 on Suarez. Then at first and second, 1 out. The pitch, runner takes off for third. It's a inside throw to third, is just late. Hilson got the tag down. He's asking Andy Dodonis why he was safe. Levy able to snag third base.
Where is Andy? Well, all right, here comes, well, anyway. Boy, what a throw from Rizzatello. I mean, that was on the money. He's got an accurate, strong thrower. And if I was in Vegas, I'd bet the ranch he was out.
But Levy safe with his 8th stolen base on the season. Lalonde, the trail runner, stayed put. So men at first and third, and the 3-0 rather to Kevin Suarez is in there for a called strike, and I mistook by Otters relievers. That's Tyler Vale getting warmed down in the bullpen for the Otters.
That's a starter.
Yeah, Tyler's been bumped to the bullpen since Hensley came off the DL. 3-1 on Suarez. Here it comes, and it's swung on and missed. The late on the heater, 3-2. Men at the corners, 1 out. Otters protecting a 1-run lead in the top of the 5th. On deck, the top of the order, J.D. Hearn. Hensley would love a double play ball to end this threat.
Or a strikeout.
Payoff pitch. Fouled back to the screen, still 3-2. And even though Levy got in there safely, albeit for how close it was, a questionable decision with Hensley, who had walked 2 straight hitters, was down in the count 2-0 on Suarez to try and snag third base. But anyways, men at the corners. The payoff pitch, fastball just outside, maybe a touch high as well. Third walk of the inning for Hensley, and that loads the bases with 1 out for J.D. Hearn.
So what you're saying, Nesson, that was a poor judgment call on the runner.
If you're going to try and steal third base at that time, after a guy has just walked 2, you better be in there, not on a close play, you better be in there by a mile.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge out to potentially risk for a base that you might already be getting by another walk.
Yeah, no, it's a good call, and it's a good analysis of the situation. Stealing third, I'm not in favor of that.
1 out, bases loaded. Hensley's 100th pitch of the night misses outside for ball 1 on J.D. Hearn. Otters lead 1-0, top of the 5th. 3 straight walks from Hensley have loaded the bases. For the leadoff man, J.D. Hearn, he's 0 for 2. It'll infield at double play depth. Corners even with their bags. The 1-0. Hensley fires below the zone, 2-0.
This would be ironic if this batter was to walk and force in the run. Both runs would have been scored by walks. However, it hasn't happened yet.
101 pitches tonight for Ty Hensley. Trying to avoid the 4th straight free pass. His 2-0. Finds the strike zone on the outside corner, 2-1. Hearn, 9 for his last 20, 439 over his past 10.
You know, Sam, you made reference earlier in the game about this young man just throwing fastball. Actually, if he threw 100 pitches, I'll guarantee 80 have been fastballs.
The 2-1 swung on and missed. Hearn chases ball 3 up in the zone, and it's 2-2.
Didn't he strike out the last time with a fastball up around his letters, and now he just chased another? Yeah. So he likes to have tea at high noon.
Bases full, 1 out, top of the 5th. Otters by 1. Hensley's 2-2 pitch is inside, and that's going to run the count full and give us the payoff pitch.
Right. Runners will not be running because there's only 1 out.
I mean, they could get really aggressive.
Yeah, but you're gambling. In this game, you don't want to gamble.
Bases full, count full. The 3-2 pitch, fastball high, that's going to force in a run. And we're all tied up at 1. Both runs in the game have scored via bases loaded walks. And we're tied at 1.
And we are looking at the same situation we had last night. A lot of walks. That's the end of this young man.
That's going to be all for Ty Hensley after his 4th straight walk. Game tied at 1 will be responsible for all 3 men currently on base. And in a very weird quirk, 2 weeks to the day after throwing 5 no-hit innings, Hensley departs this one after 4 1/3 no-hit innings. And Tyler Vale's going to come on. We've got a pitching change. We'll be back in a sec here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road.
Hi, I'm Bill Morgan of Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple: treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. For roofing, gutters, siding, give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
So in the top half of the 5th inning, Tyler Vale comes on to replace Ty Hensley after the former goes 4 1/3 innings, does not allow a hit, walks 6 batters, is responsible for all 3 men on base, and now a tie game at 1. Hensley also strikes out 5 batters. And Tyler Vale takes over. This will be his 2nd relief outing of the season. And from Todd Norman, it was his 1st relief outing in a couple of years when he came on and threw 2 innings against Florence last Sunday, giving up 1 run on 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Comes into a pressure spot. Bags full for the Rascals. Trevor Achenbaugh, the batter. Here in the top of the 5th of a tie game at 1.
You know, it is ironic to hear our starting pitcher, Ty, has pitched, actually he's pitched 4 1/3 innings, and yet did not give up a hit, which you emphasized. That is amazing.
9 1/3 straight innings here at home for him without allowing a hit.
Yeah, that is amazing.
So Tyler Vale on the righty, 6'2", 228. 2-4 on the year with a 5.76 ERA. 80 strikeouts and 73 1/3 innings. Trevin Achenbaugh's going to greet him. And the first pitch from Vale is cut on and missed for strike 1. Tyler doesn't throw quite over the top, not quite 3/4 arm slot either. Gets a good amount of arm side run on the fastball, employs a slider and split-fingered fastball. Comes set at the belt, the 0-1. Slider popped in the air down the right field line, shallow. Cronin chasing out, right fielder Gardner in. Cronin makes the catch over his shoulder. Runner from third bluffs a tag as the throw comes into the plate on a hop. Everybody stays put on the fine defensive play by David Cronin, not only to make the catch, but to hold the runners. And there's 2 away, bases still full in the top of the 5th.
I'll tell you, I'm gaining more and more respect for that young man at second base. You know, I was in love with our other second baseman, Josh Allen, but this young man is really, he's coming along strong and showing you different aspects of the game that you didn't expect.
Now 2 outs, bases loaded. Top of the 5th, tied at 1, and Clint Freeman's the batter, 0 for 1. Vale's first pitch. Swung on and missed the high heater he chases. Freeman walked and then hit into the fielder's choice that got a runner out at the plate, 3.526. The final ruling. Left-handed batter has swatted 12 home runs on the season. The pitch cut on and missed again. Chases down low and it's 0-2. Bags full, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Freeman the hitter, Vale the pitcher. Tyler comes set. Rocks and deals the 0-2. Chopped on the ground to first. Castro on the backhand, fields underhand flip to Vale, covering the bag, and he gets out of the inning with the game still tied. We're halfway home. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th. It's Evansville 1 and River City 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
To the bottom half of the fifth inning we go, in a game that is still tied. Thanks to Tyler Vale coming on here, getting the final two outs with the bases loaded.
I tell you, this is one heck of a ball game. All these, I'm going to say, against the last this homestand has been exciting.
First pitch to Taylor Hilson, opening up the bottom of the fifth, is outside for ball one. Hector Hernandez back to work. His team has tied it at 1, but left the bases loaded. In the top of the fifth, Hilson, the 9-hole hitter, leads it off. The 1-0 is a called strike at the knees, 1-1. Hilson laid down a perfect bunt for a base hit his first time up and came around to score the first run of the game for the Otters. Hernandez, the lanky southpaw, out on the bump. Works from the middle of the rubber, the 1-1. Hilson swings and pops it foul, 1-2. And you mentioned a lot of close games. Well, for a while there, the Otters were playing nothing but close games as they win a span, as I check on my math right now. They went from August 9th through August 22nd as the 1-2 comes home, and Hilson lines it into right field on one hop for a base hit fielded by the right fielder Levy. And Taylor Hilson's 2 for 2 with his second multi-hit game of the week. But from August 9th through August 22nd, every game the Otters played required a save. Meaning, obviously, they're playing a whole bunch of close games.
Yeah, well, they're in a... Let's see what kind of situation we got now. A bunt? Would you say? I would say yes. The way the game is going, and you're not getting that many runs, you better take advantage of taking the opportunity of putting a runner in scoring position.
Hilson at first, Cronin the batter. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Third baseman Martinez plays in on the grass, and the first pitch, David swings and slaps it foul on the left side for strike 1.
Cronin is a good bunter. And again, I keep repeating, bunting is so vital to the game. Games are won or lost because of bunting.
Nobody out, bottom of the fifth, all tied at 1. And a move over to first, Hilson in there standing. And as hot as David's been at the plate, he's now 11 for his last 21. Asking him to bunt and give up and out isn't all that appealing, but we'll see what happens here on the next pitch. It comes home. Does not show bunt, instead takes inside for ball 1. Hilson at first with solid foot speed. Cronin at the box, also above average wheels. And Linfield at double play depth. Hernandez set at the chest. His pitch. Cronin chases down and away a curveball, can't touch it, and it's 1-2.
See, now that was an effort to slap it to left. That's what he was trying to do. So I can't fault him on that. The only thing is it was a little too low and too far away. But he had the right thought in his mind.
Chokes up on the bat now, down in the count. The pitch. Late on the heater, but able to just slice it back to the screen. Still 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Popped high in the air, foul ground first base side. First baseman Freeman tracking it, and he makes the catch about 15 steps in front of the Otters dugout for the first out of the inning.
Well, I know you won't agree. Well, put it this way, I don't know. But I'm going to say, would you have J.J. bunting?
With one out, it's definitely an unorthodox move.
I know it, but would you do it?
The first pitch comes home. He takes a called strike, 0-1. For me personally, I would say no, but I get the rationale behind it.
You know, I had a situation here with a runner on first, one out, and I gave the player the bunt sign. He failed. I gave it to him again.
0-1 pitch misses away, 1-1.
He struck out. And next batter got a base hit. We moved the runner to third. Of course, he never scored. And at the inning, I said, didn't you? Yeah, but he said, Coach, don't you know there was one out? Yeah, I knew there was one out. But if he had bunted, I would have got a run.
With Hernandez having the kind of control issues he's had here tonight, that's what kind of makes me hesitate towards potentially having J.J. bunt in this situation. We got one out at the bottom of the fifth, tied at 1. Hilson at first. The pitch takes down low, 2-1.
But you got Travis coming up, a great RBI man. J.J. seems to miss an awful lot of pitches with that bat, so I'd gamble on bunt and have Travis drive him in.
Counts 2-1. The pitch, called strike 2, nips the inside edge, and the count's even. One out, bottom of the fifth, all even at 1. Hilson aboard at first. Hernandez set. Kicks and throws the pitch. Flown in the air to deep right center field. Levy was playing in, still racing back. He can't make the catch on one hop. He picks it up in the alley. Gould's into second with a double. Hilson over to third. And the Otters have 2 in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth.
So you made me look bad. But as you said, you know, playing shallow in this ballpark, you get burned every time. That was an ordinary fly ball that ended up being a double for the Otters. Good.
For JJ, his 8th two-bagger on the season. And now with Harrison coming up, Steve Brooks going to head out to the mound and try and rein in his starter, Hector Hernandez.
You know, we've seen it here so many times when you get a weak batter up and the right fielder, for some reason, with a right-hand batter, that is, plays shallow, and they get burned so many times, and you can't do that.
Meeting on the mound adjourned everybody back to their positions. And defensively, River City's going to align it with the middle infield back. The corners playing even with the bases. Hilson at third, Gould at second, and Harrison the batter, 0 for 1 with an RBI walk with the bases loaded. The pitch swings and dribbles it foul up the third base side, 0-1. Otters and Rascals tied at 1, bottom of the fifth. River City tied it in the top half of the frame on a bases loaded walk. And Harrison here with a ground ball to the middle of the diamond or a fly ball to the outfield could potentially give the Otters the lead again. Travis bounced into a 5-4-3 double play his first time up. But as hot as they come in the league right now as he tries to check his swing on a pitch down in the dirt, but ends up striking his bat against the ball. Falls straight down to the catcher, and it's 0-2. On deck, Jeff Gardner. It's been quiet tonight, 0 for 2. Left on right matchup. Outfield straight away. Hernandez ready. Uncorks the 0-2. Fouled back to the screen. Harrison got a hanging breaking ball. Can't square it up though. able to stay alive.
Yeah, Jeff Gardner on deck, as you say, has been swinging at that first pitch. No matter where it is, he's been taking those cuts at the first pitch and popping up. He's got to get his pitch. Because when he does, he can unload.
Still 0-2 on Harrison. Here it comes. Flown in the air down the right field line, shallow. Levy racing in, still coming on. He dives, he can't make the catch. Hilson's going to score. Gould stops at third, and Harrison's aboard at first with an RBI single, and the Otters lead 2-1. It hasn't been very pretty for the Otters here tonight, but again, the blooper drops in down the right field line. Levy dove, could not bring it in. Gould had to hold up at second, or had to wait at second until that ball dropped. Could only get as far as third, but Hilson scores, and the Otters lead 2-1 with runners now at first and third. Now Jeff Gardner, left on left matchup. He swings at the first pitch and crushes it in the air to straightaway center. Hearn tracing back in front of the warning track, gets turned around, but is able to haul it in. Gould at third tags and comes home to score, and the Otters are in front 3-1.
And a heads-up play, nobody's paying attention, and Mr. Travis Harrison advances to third because of the lackadaisical, second because of the lackadaisical play, and nobody's paying attention to him on first.
Hearn took his time getting the ball in, and Harrison tagged up from first, went to second. I didn't even notice. I was napping. The Rascals were napping. The Otters get another man in scoring position for Carlos Castro. Takes a first pitch changeup in the dirt.
Yeah, but Travis Harrison wasn't napping. He took advantage of the napping and put himself in a scoring position. Aggressive baseball.
Two outs.
Baseball.
Bottom of the fifth. Otters now lead by 2, and the 1-0 to Castro. Hit hard on the ground, but right to the second baseman. Achenbaugh stays down on it. Gloves and throws to first to retire the side, but the Otters are back in front. We'll go to the 6th. It's Evansville 3 and River City 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
Attention UE alumni. Do you know that the UE Alumni Association sponsors numerous events each year in over 20 cities throughout the country and worldwide? Do you know that over 800 alumni, parents, and other friends volunteer with UE as recruiters, mentors, reunion planners, and fundraisers? Do you know how you can get involved? Find out more by visiting our website at www.evansville.edu/alumni.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
To the top half of the 6th inning we go. Evansville now with a 3-1 lead, and I can finally say, because I think it's officially time, we're that deep into the game. Otters pitching has thrown 5 no-hit innings to begin this ball game. Ty Hensley the first 4 1/3. Now Tyler Vail 2/3 of an inning. And we start the 6th. River City's got a run, but they do not have a hit yet. As we begin play, it's Evansville 3, River City 1 in the top of the 6th. Tyler Vail back to work. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Rascals. Gage West leads it all. Vail from the windup, his first pitch. West shows bunt, gets it down out in front of the plate. Rosatello Fields does not have a play, and that's going to be the first hit of the game.
You're right. You're right. Here we are in the 6th inning. It's the first base hit for the River City Rascals.
And you hate to see it be on a bunt like that, but in a 2-run game like this, it's a play that can be made.
I did not realize that was the first hit. I fell asleep at the wheel.
So just as I say that, Gage West, a bunt base hit out in front of the plate. Rizzatello had no play. And now Paul Cronenfeld, the batter, 0 for 2. Vale's first pitch fouled back to the screen for strike 1. And a lot of people would say, you know, no matter the situation, if there's a no-hitter going on later than the 5th inning, you can't bunt for a base hit to try and break it up. Well, West isn't trying to break up the no-hitter. He's trying to bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't agree with that philosophy. I know I did it. I don't want to brag.
0-1 pitch from Vale, misses outside, 1-1.
I know on several occasions I've gone into the 7th and 8th inning and I bunted, and believe it or not, I beat him out because the third baseman used to play me back on the grass. And although I did play the piano going to first, I did beat him out.
West at first, Cronenfeld the batter. Vale from the stretch. 1-1 coming home, and it's on the inside corner. Just barely able to take it 1-2.
I think it's an embarrassment when you're playing a team for 9 innings and you can't get one hit. But that's the way the game's played.
1-2 on Cronenfeld. Short lead for West. He is running though, and it's fouled straight back. On the pitch home, still 1-2.
I tell you what, if I was managing that club with Steve's over there on third, I would not be sending any runner down because you've got one of the best defensive catchers that got a great arm catching here for the Otters.
Vale has had a lot of trouble holding runners on here this season. Teams have kind of picked up on his cadences, how long he takes to come home. 1-2 pitch inside, and that actually clipped Cronenfeld on the way by. Bounced in, hit his pant leg. West gets to take second, Cronenfeld gets first, and the first two are on here in the top of the 6th for the Rascals.
Do we have anyone warming up? Again, we've got a 2-run lead. Let's not wait like we did last night.
Well, I think the problem is not that they don't want to warm somebody up. It's just that I don't think they know who they want to warm up.
Well, how many pitchers? I mean, how many pitchers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got 12 pitchers,
11.
All right.
Phillips is still on that list.
Who?
Phillips is still on that list.
I know. I was going to subtract him. So you got 11 pitchers.
5 of whom are starters, one of which was used tonight. Leaves you 5 guys, 2 of whom were used in yesterday's game. Now the first pitch to Braxton Martinez is foul tipped into Rizzatello's glove for strike 1, and Chavarria and Thompson struggled last night. Thompson's pitched in 2 straight games, has struggled in each of them. Chavarria didn't record an out last night, so you're left with 3 arms, one of whom's already in the game, which then leaves you with 2. Garrett Harris and Jake Davis, who hasn't pitched in over a week. The 0-1 is a slider down and away, and the count's even at 1.
You know, I've said it before, and I know you agree with me on this, Bank. You play today, you don't play tomorrow. Therefore, you use everybody available to win.
1-1 on Martinez. Vale checks the runner. Nobody out, top of the 6th. Otters by 2. And the pitch. Martinez slugs it in the air to left center field. Cullen broke in, but now traces over towards the left center alley. Runner tagging from second and going to third. The throw in is late. Pilson has to dive at third in order to keep it in front. They'll throw back to second for an appeal, and they rule him out. That's a double play. And Steve Brooks is going to go out and argue. Taylor Helson thought he came off the bag early. The field umpire, Andy Dodonis, says that he did, and the Otters are gifted a second out in the inning.
I don't know. I did watch that play closely, and I'm not sure, Sam. I'm not going to say one way or the other whether he left the bag early or not, but I know that's one of the first appeals that I've seen this year, and yet there should be a lot more appeals.
Number 34.
Well, for the Otters, it's an absolute shot in the arm now.
Yeah.
'Cause instead of men at the corners with 1 out, there's 2 outs, a man at first, and Zach Levy, the batter, now 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Levy, left-handed swinger, runner at first, 2 gone. The first pitch, it's a fastball tailing down and away for ball 1.
Yeah, the Otters got a big break there.
And I actually have to correct myself. I said, of all the guys left who have not worked recently that are still available, there's 3. I forgot about Mitch Aker.
Oh, yes.
At the back end of the pen. The 1-0 is fouled back out of play, 1-1, but I have to imagine after Alex Phillips leaving, he's probably, if I had to guess, the man they'll lean on in the 9th inning now, should that situation arise.
Well,
because he's the only one with the experience in that role here this season.
When you're going down the stretch, relievers become starters, starters become relievers.
Dale Reddy's up, his 1-1. Fouled out of play on the left side, 1-2 on Levy. He was 0 for 1 against Ty Hensley. Strikeout and a walk.
And the man responsible for playing shallow in right field for JJ's double. See, now you look at Gardner out there. He's playing the position he should, or location of not too far from the
1-2 pitch, slider in the dirt, cut on and missed. Rizzatello smothers it, tags out Levy, and that's the inning. Dale puts the first 2 on, but works around it to end the threat and keep the Otters in front. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th. It's the Otters 3 and the Rascals 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Bottom half of the 6th inning coming up for the Otters, and Taylor Lane's going to lead it off against Hector Hernandez. The Otters stakes to a 3-1 cushion here from Bosse Field. Hernandez winds and deals the first pitch, and is rolled out to short on a high hop. The shortstop Lalonde fields and fires to first to retire Lane on just 1 pitch. Despite giving up the 3 runs in this game now, Hernandez has relatively been in control of this one. He's limited the hits, just 6 so far, the 3 walks as well. And his pitch count right now at a nice 83 here in the bottom half of the 6th. Mike Rizzatello now steps in, right-handed batter, and Hernandez misses outside to open up the AB. And the catcher, West, is going to call time and go out and talk to Hernandez. That was a little peculiar.
Shortstop just threw the ball out of play.
The 1-0 pitch. Rizzatello swings and misses. Counts even at 1. 1 out, nobody on for the man they call Riz. 216 on the year, 1 home run, 15 driven in, making his first start since August 18th, a week ago. The pitch, down in the dirt, 2-1, his first appearance since last Sunday when he came on and played half the game at first base after Austin Bush strained his oblique. 2 balls and a strike. Hernandez rocks and deals the pitch. Can't find the outside corner, 3-1.
Well, I'm hoping this young man gets a base hit. You know, I'm one of his fans.
The 3-1 offering.
Strike.
Just outside. Rizzatello was a bit hesitant walking down the line. Wasn't sure if he was going to be called back, but he works the walk. Now on the game, Hernandez has walked 4 batters. And with 1 out, Rizzatello's at first, and Hunter Cullen's going to step in. Hunter's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Hernandez has punched out 4 in the game. First pitch. Fastball carves the outside corner. Belt high for strike 1. Curveball down and away. Hunter chases 0-2. Hunter has been struggling pretty good lately. Had his average as high as 240, but now back down to 225. 3 for his last 21. Has dug himself a hole here. 0-2.
Take those bunts away, and he hasn't gotten any hits at all.
0-2. Pop fly into right field shallow. Levy charging on, still coming on, and he's able to make the catch in shallow right towards the line for the second out of the inning.
Number 10, the third baseman.
As they say, speed never goes into a slump.
No. You're talking about Levy running in to catch that, or you're talking about the bunting by
Hunter for bunting.
Yeah.
Now Taylor Hilson, the batter, 2 for 2 tonight. Runner at first, shows bunt on the first pitch and takes outside for ball 1. Martinez was playing well back of the bag at third. Now creeps a few steps in, will play even.
You remember Branch Rickey? He was with
the Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
The Pirates.
The Pirates, that's right. And
the 1-0 pitch again misses away to Hilson, 2-0.
He was a great believer in speed. If a guy could run, say 3-3 or something, 3-4 out of the batter's box, well, boy, he got himself a prospect.
2-0 on Hilson. Rizzatello at first, 2 outs. The offering misses away, a fake snap throw to first from West. Rizzatello scampers back to the base.
I think one of the fastest, and I don't recall exact times, I think Mickey Mantle coming out of the right or left batting box was one of the fastest ever.
Hernandez set his pitch right down the middle with the fastball, 3-1. Got 2 outs in the bottom half of the 6th. Evansville ahead 3-1. Mike Rizzatello's at first. Taylor Hilson, the batter, the pitch. High and away for ball 4. Hilson remains perfect on the night, 2 for 2, now with a walk. Rizzatello up to second, and the lineup turns over for David Cronin. In a soon-to-be released interview on Otters TV, Zane Quadfelter sat down with Taylor Hilson. We talked about how, for a guy with not a very high average, he's under 200 on the year, he seems to find his way on base a lot this season. And he said, talking with Bobby Siegel, the hitting coach, hitting in the 9th spot, they just, really considered the main important thing for you to do is find any way to turn the lineup over when you can. And here, that's just what he does for David Cronin. First offering from Hernandez. Snaps off a breaking ball outside for ball one.
And speaking of Bobby Siegel, his father, Elliot Siegel, is here tonight in the game. Came up to the press box to say hello to us. And,
as well as his brother, Matt.
His brother Matt's here too? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that.
2 on, 2 outs for Cronin in the pitch. Hernandez doubles down on the breaking ball and misses downstairs. 2-0. 2-0 on Cronin. Rizzatello at second, Hilson at first. David's 2 for 3 tonight, 2 singles. And the pitch, lashed foul on the third base side. Into the stands, 2-1.
Please, here's tonight's winning ticket number for the military veteran who signed up to try to win one of those jerseys. That ticket number is 420-8695. Go to the gift shop and claim your Otters jersey voucher.
Oh, I didn't know you signed up, veterans or whatever it was, military.
2-1 on Cronin, the leadoff hitter. Here it comes. And again, late on the fastball, fouls it back. 2-2. Hernandez, the southpaw. Cronin, the left-handed batter, duking it out with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Otters ahead 3-1.
I tell you, got to honor your veterans. They sacrifice their lives, their bodies to protect this country.
Hernandez now at 100 pitches. This will be number 101 to Cronin, trying to end the bottom of the 6th. But before we get there, he steps off. Time called in the box. A right-handed pitcher has begun to warm down in the Rascals bullpen. Count even at 2. 2 on, 2 outs. And the 2-2 pitch. Popped up off the hands over top of the screen. Out of play. We'll do the 2-2 again.
You don't remember Bob Kennedy that played right field for the Otters? Otters, my God. For the Yankees. Later was assistant general manager of the Cardinals, assistant general manager with the San Francisco Giants. During World War II, he was a U.S. Marine fighter pilot.
2-2 again. Cronin a little tapper over top of the mound. Second baseman Achenbach fields next to the bag and just touches second to end the frame and turn the Otters away. We'll go to the 7th. It's Evansville 3, River City 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit. A Case of the Blues is your home for blues music in the Tri-State, featuring music from local artists like Honey Roy, Dale Niehaus and Bad Mojo, the Bosco France Band, and the Beat Daddies, as well as legends of the blues like B.B. King, Buddy Guy, and Muddy Waters. A Case of the Blues is on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., only on your place for blues in the Tri-State, 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville, a University of Evansville radio station.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Top half of the 7th inning coming up. It's Evansville 3 and River City 1. Tyler Vale back to work for the Otters. Finished off the 5th, through a scoreless 6th, and now out for the 7th.
And this is his game to win or lose.
Correct.
Yeah.
Since Ty Hensley did not go the full 5.
Right. Well, plus there was no run scored except for that one run.
Yeah, no, Hensley left the game in a tie game.
Yeah.
Ransom Lalonde leads it off for the Rascals. And Vale's first pitch as a slider backs up onto the inside corner for a called strike 1. Lalonde, right-handed batter. Vale, the righty, out on the mound. Works from the first base side of the rubber. His pitch cut on and missed. Lalonde extends out of the zone. Chases the slide piece 0-2. Roxon deals the 0-2 pitch. Fastball high and tight, knocks Lalonde down to a knee.
Right.
Spinning out of the box on a little chin music.
You know, Sam, I mentioned Bob Kennedy, the assistant general manager, was a fighter pilot, U.S. Marines in World War II. And he said he was one of Ted Williams' flight instructors.
1-2, slider outside, Lalonde lays off.
And he said there was never a Marine that had the eyesight that Ted Williams had. It was amazing. He said, unbelievable, his eyesight.
Vale offers up their break-even pitch. Rolled on the ground, foul, third base side. Count stays even at 2 to open up the top of the seventh. Otters 3, Rascals 1. A lot of people are left to wonder with Ted having gone for as many years of service as he did.
Two tours.
Korean as well as World War II.
And the Korean War, yes. Got shot down, too. Or crashed a few planes.
2-2 again. Slider tapped on the ground to third. Hilson waits back on it, receives the high hop, sets his feet and throws to first to retire Lalonde. First out of the 7th.
You know, there was another Yankee second baseman, if you recall, Jerry Coleman, was a U.S. Marine fighter pilot in the Korean War. Loved to be called Colonel. So when he was in the TV and radio booth for the San Diego Padres, and I used to have the pleasure of always being in his company, he loved to be called Colonel, not Jerry, Colonel.
But a lot of people wonder with Williams having served for as many years as he did, as Vale goes into the wind. His first pitch to Kevin Suarez, it's a heater down the middle for strike 1. Had he not had to go and serve and instead gotten to play some of the prime years of his career, the numbers he could have put up in terms of his final career totals, as Vale misses just outside 1-1.
Yeah, there's no telling. To my opinion, he's still the greatest hitter of all time, though.
Because, one of the things is Ted Williams, in terms of the number of hits he ended up having, number of career home runs as well, as Vale again can't find the outside corner, 2-1. Ted Williams never reached 3,000 hits. Only hit 521 home runs. But a lot of people say, had he been able to have those years back, because that was right in the prime, 43, 44, and 45, and Vale able to nick the outside corner on Suarez, 2-2. He broke into the league in 1939, played through 42. So that would have been his age 24, 25, and 26 seasons, right at his athletic peak.
Right.
Suarez in the box, 0-for-1 tonight. 1 out, top of the 7th. Otters lead 3-1. So had he had those years, there's no telling the kind of final numbers he would have put up. You add on another at least 90 home runs. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Suarez comes up empty on the slider, and there's 2 outs in the 7th. You had at minimum 90 home runs because Ted averaged over the course of the season above 30 per year. Probably another 200 or another 180 hits per season as well. He's getting well over 3,000. You never know where he could have ended.
Nope. Well, speaking of, again, U.S. Marines, while I was covering up there in Massachusetts, I used to cover scouting. That was one of my territories as well.
First pitch from Vale to J.D. Hearn, the top of the order, is well outside for ball 1.
There was a Pittsburgh scout, about 5'7", weighed probably about 120 pounds, was a member of the Black Sheep, if you remember them, the U.S. Marines.
1-0 pitch. Hearns takes a hack, fouls it back over top of the screen, 1-1.
It was a TV program, Black Sheep, and I can't remember the guy's name, but anyway, the scout, it did occasionally have a drink.
The 1-1 to Hearn. swung on and missed 1 and 2. And our great producer, Paul Mattingly, not working tonight, but still listening, just texted me and brought up a great point. You know, Ted Williams, his family, I believe they cryogenically froze his body.
Yes.
So he said, you know, we'll just have to wait for the day when they unfreeze him and we can ask.
Oh, that's right.
1-2 to Hearn, fouled back, still 1 and 2. And that's a very interesting story if you have time to read about it. Ted didn't exactly completely agree to being cryogenically frozen.
It was an argument between the daughter and the son.
Correct, and they didn't know what they wanted to be able to do with it. 1 and 2 on her, and here it comes again outside, and the count's even at 2. And being a pretty heated battle between them as Ted came to the end of his life. The 2-2, Hearn swings and misses, foul tipped, held on to by Rizzatello, and hey, Tyler Vale. 2 2/3 innings, scoreless out of the pen now. As it's time to stretch, we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Evansville 3, River City 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
In here to pitch.
Leading off.
J.J. Gould's going to be the first man to see Sigmund here. Jackson, 6'2", 200 pounds. Played earlier this season for the Wichita Wingnuts of the American Association. 6'2", 200 pounds out of West Virginia. Sets up with an open stance on the mound, and his first pitch to J.J. Gould is on the inside corner for strike one. Not quite a sidearm type of thrower, but below 3/4. Gould 1 for 2 with a double. Swings at the 0-1, pops it in the air to shallow left field. Shortstop Lalonde going out, but the left fielder Suarez is in. And he makes the call and the catch to retire Gould. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th.
Pappy Boyanton was the player.
And we can say thank you to our own Paul Mattingly for that, for the Black Sheep Squadron, everything involved with that.
Number 17 designated hitter, Travis Harrison.
Now it's Travis Harrison, the batter, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. In the first pitch, Sigmund misses high and inside with a slider 1-0. Sigmund a 2.70 ERA, 10 innings, 15 strikeouts, 9 walks, 8 hits allowed. Coming off of his worst outing of the season, his last time out, as Harrison swings at the 1-0 and grounds it through the hole on the left side by the reach of the third baseman Martinez to his left. Travis Harrison with yet another multi-hit game. He's 2 for 3 tonight with 2 runs driven in.
At the refreshment stand before the game when I told him good luck.
Number 5, going fielder Jeff Gardner.
Now it's Jeff Gardner, 0 for 2, but a sacrifice fly his last time up. Gave the Otters their most recent run. It's Evansville 3, River City 1, bottom of the 7th.
You know, Travis come into the game at batting 300. Now he's back over 300.
The first pitch from Sigmund to Gardner's on the outside, black for strike 1. Harrison at first. Always a threat to run. 16 steals, 23 tries.
No, he should be back in affiliated baseball, too. He's got a good glove. He's got a good bat.
The 0-1 from Sigmund. Slider backdoors on Gardner. Perfectly placed 0-2.
You know, having the opportunity, Sam, of being involved with the front office with the Kansas City Royals and the San Diego Padres, I got to understand a lot about players.
0-2. Gardner swings and chops it foul towards the Otters dugout, 0-2.
How some players are released and how some players advance. It's really amazing. And if you want to say in a way, it's politics.
That's what I was going to say. It's all politics.
Yeah.
A lot of times what it comes down to is
people liking you or disliking you.
It's 0-2 on Gardner, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Harrison at first. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Gardner chases outside, and there's 2 outs in the 7th. A lot of times what it can come down to is, you know, if a certain scout drafts you, and, you know, they might invest a certain amount of money in you in terms of a signing bonus. If that scout ends up retiring, quitting, getting fired, moving to another organization, all of a sudden, if there was nobody in the room vouching for you before that, now you've got nobody for you. And all of a sudden, you know, when they say, okay, what do you think of this kid? There's nobody sticking up for you. The first pitch to Castro, Harrison runs, and he's going to have second base without a play.
Right.
Travis swipes his 17th base of the season, uncontested. So the pitch misses low on Castro for ball 1.
Have you ever snuck into one of those organizational meetings now? You described that pretty well, I tell you. You know, I can remember Rosie Gilhausen with the Kansas City Royals used to say, he has a problem with the alcohol. We don't want him. And another one would be, you're right.
1-0 on Carlos Castro. Harrison at second, and the 1-0 is lined into left field for a base hit. Suarez, the left fielder, charges, fields on a hop. His throw to the plate is in time to get Harrison rounding third. A perfect strike. Harrison gunned down at the plate. Andy McCauley getting aggressive. And that ends the inning. We'll go to the 8th. It's still Evansville 3, River City 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
Free music, ticket giveaways, artist interviews, and jazz that cooks the blues away. The sounds are perking hot in the Jazz Cafe. I'm Paul Mattingly. I bring all that is jazz and focus on some of the best in area music and culture. Tune into the Jazz Cafe every Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. If online music is your obsession, catch us at WUEV.org. 91.5 UEV is your only place for jazz in the tri-state.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the tri-state, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 tri-state locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
We go to the top of the 8th inning, and hey, Tyler Vale, you've thrown 2 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Let's try and make it 3 2/3. It's Evansville 3, River City 1. Headed to the top of the 8th inning. Tyler Vale has been exquisite since coming out of the pen for the Otters in the 5th inning.
You think he worked his way back in the starting lineup? Or starting rotation, I should say.
I mean, why not just have him and Hensley piggyback every start? But that remains to be seen, of course. The Otters just trying to focus on the game in front of them. And Trevor Achenbach is going to lead it off for the Rascals. Evansville a 3-1 lead. As we've learned in this series, no lead ever safe.
Right.
Vale's first pitch to Achenbach misses just a little high for ball 1.
Don't open up that wound.
Achenbach 0 for 2, walked. Was thrown out at the plate, or in a rundown rather, in the 4th inning trying to score. Now he swings at the 1-1, chops it foul. Or the 1-0 rather, chops it foul, and the count's even at 1.
Boy, we got a good crowd here tonight. I'm waiting for the announcement.
1-1 pitch. Tapped back to the screen. Achenbach chased outside, 1-2.
Now, I noticed that you just described it so well. It was a pitch outside, and he reached, but he tried to pull it. Instead of going to right field, he's trying to pull it.
Vale's retired 5 in a row since allowing the 2 men leading off the 6th to get on base. The 1-2 pitch. Flown in the air down the right field line. Gardner hustling after it. He's got a beat on it. And a few steps in front of the line, the right fielder hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
I tell you what, Jeff may not have gotten too many base hits tonight, but he certainly, that glove of his is so vital out there in right field. He's a
human vacuum.
Yes, that's a good thing. Yeah. Good
now,
description.
1 out, Clint Freeman, the batter, 0 for 2 tonight. Takes a first pitch fastball inside, backs him off the plate, 1-0.
You're so much like Mike Rondowski, protecting me and giving me the right words.
The 1-0 to Freeman. Fouls it straight back, count even at 1.
What a great announcer you are. Lord be good to his soul. He was a Superman.
Otters ahead 3-1, top of the 8th. Vale rocks and deals the pitch. Fastball high, laid off by Freeman. 2-1. On deck, Gage West. We're going to get some action. Or I thought we were about to get action down in the Otters bullpen, but just a stray baseball. A couple guys got up off the bench to retrieve it. And right now I expect the mood of Andy McCauley and pitching coach Max Peterson to be this, as the 2-1 is fouled off by Freeman. 2-2. You know, you just let Vale keep on going until he can't go anymore.
Well, that's the way I am. I mean, I believe in that. Yank them when necessary. Leave them go when they're doing well.
If it happens to be that he gets the final 5 outs of the game and the Otters win, so be it.
That's right. You know, so many people rely on...
the 2-2 inside. Freeman has to scamper out of the box, 3-2.
Guy goes 6 innings, then you got to bring in that specialist for the 7th, and then there's the setup man for the 8th, and then, of course, there's the closer for the 9th. They never had those things years ago.
Payoff pitch. Freeman swings and misses at the splitter in the dirt. Rizzatello blocks it, tags him out in the box, and Vale picks up strikeout number 4 out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's
2 outs in the 8th.
He's doing super.
Number 27.
I say he belongs back in the starting rotation.
Or, I mean, if he keeps on pitching this well out of the pen, just use him as a long man.
Well, yes, I guess you got a good point.
Now 2 outs, Gage West, the batter. He's got the only hit in the game for the Rascals tonight. Takes high and tight for ball 1. And the Otters lead 3-1 in the top of the 8th. The only hit of the game for River City. Gage West's bunt base hit leading off the 6th. The 1-0. Fastball tails away 2-0.
I'll tell you what, Sam, when Chicago Cubs call me up to manage that big club, I'm going to bring you along as the pitch coach.
If only, if only. The 2-0 from Bailey. Fastball clicks the outside corner. That almost looked identical to the 1-0, but 2-1.
Exact words I was going to. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy beats me every time. He got such a foresight.
The 2-1. West swings and pops it in the air to shallow center field.
That's
Shortstop Gould going out.
That's
Center fielder Cullen calls him off and hauls it in for the final out of the inning. Tyler Vale through 3 2/3 scoreless will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Otters 3 and the Rascals 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
Since 1994, Slays Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slays Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slays Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
To the bottom half of the 8th inning we go. Otters and Rascals here at Posse Field in the second game of the 3-game set. Otters looking to bounce back from a Game 1 defeat last night, and more importantly, win their first game of the season this year against the Rascals here at home. The Otters were swept by River City at the end of June into July. Lost last night, obviously. So another chance to try and be able to get their first win on their home soil against the Rascals. And a new arm on for River City in the bottom of the 8th, Joe Iorio, who forms a dynamic duo at that back end of the pen for the Rascals with Cody Mincy comes on. Iorio 5-1 with a 1.55 ERA. 42 games, 46 in the 3rd innings, 51 strikeouts, 6 walks, 35 hits allowed. Journeyman here in the Frontier League, spent 2015 with Washington and Southern Illinois, spent 2016 with the Miners, 2017 with the Rascals, and now 2018 here with the River City again. And his first pitch of the 8th to Taylor Lane is a called strike. Taylor leading off a frame for a 3rd straight at-bat, 0 for 2. Walk, 2 groundouts to short. Now swings through the 0-1, and it's quickly 0-2.
I tell you, there's a little heat in that delivery this guy's got.
Iorio, 6 feet, 185 pounds, out of Venice, Florida. Comes set, the 0-2. Flown down the right field line. Right fielder Levy chasing after it towards the corner. He's going to be able to make the catch for the first down of the inning.
And Lane hit that ball pretty far distance for a late swing because he was overpowered, but still got good distance out of it. Here comes my boy Michael. They call him Rizzy? Riz.
Now, Rizzatello at the box, 0 for 2 with a walk. Iorio's first pitch. Fastball on the outside, black, called strike 1. The kick in the pitch. Rizzatello swings and misses. Breaking ball down to the dirt, 0-2.
There goes secret weapon with the cowbell.
0-2. Slider down and away. Rizzatello lays off. Right on right matchup. The 1-2 pitch. Down and away. Still, or now rather, 2-2. One out, bottom of the 8th. Otters 3. Rascals 1. 2-2 on Rizzatello. Here it comes, high and tight. Bends him all the way back as he falls down to his backside to avoid getting hit.
You don't remember Sal Magley, do you?
I know the stories, the barber.
Yeah, barber, that's what I was just going to say, yes.
Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Rizzatello comes up empty, waves at a fastball for the second out of the inning.
Sal Magley was called the barber because he used to pitch pretty close to everybody's face.
Give him a nice close shave.
Yes, give him a shave, the barber.
Heard a story once that he noticed the on-deck hitter as he was warming up that inning. The on-deck hitter was taking practice swings and timing him up. So, as now Hunter Cullen takes a called strike on the outside corner, so when the next batter stepped into the box, the on-deck hitter still timing him. Bagley decides, you know what, I don't like that. And on the next pitch he throws home, beans the on-deck hitter.
Oh, really?
Cullen takes a 0-1 fastball outside 1-0. Did not like people trying to gain a competitive edge.
Yeah.
The only man known to have hit the batter on deck.
Well, he was a mean man.
1-1 to Cullen. Pops it up. Third base side. Third baseman Martinez giving chase, but that's out of play. 1-2.
Now, I stand to be corrected on my memory, but he used to pitch for the Dodgers.
Brooklyn, correct.
And then jumped to the Mexican League, I believe. And when he was blackballed in the major leagues, then when they allowed those guys back, he came back with the New York Giants.
Let's find out. The pitch down in the dirt. Cullen tries to check his swing, but he went around. Catcher West blocks it. Flips it on over to first to retire Cullen and retire the side. We'll go to the 9th. We'll have our answer on Sal Magley pitching in Mexico, as well as we're going to see if the Otters can close out the 3-1 victory. Otters lead by 2. We go to the 9th here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
We go to the top half of the 9th inning. It's Evansville 3, River City 1. And our answer to Sal Magley's trivia question Well, he played in the Mexican League 1946 to 1947 for the Puebla Angeles of the Mexican League, and then played for the Drummondville Cubs of the Provincial League, another independent outfit. The Otters lead 3-1 as we begin the top of the ninth. Tyler Vale's going to try and finish this thing off. He came on in the 5th inning, got out of a bases-loaded jam with no damage, and since then has been stellar. Leading it off for the Rascals is Paul Cronenfeld, and he swings at the first pitch and laces it foul deep down the right field side, but hooks way out of play for strike one.
Yeah, the reason Magley and others jumped to the Mexican League in those days is because they were getting more money. Around that period of time, $4,000, $5,000 was the salary for major leaguers. Duke Snyder and those guys were making $30,000.
0-1 to Cronenfeld, misses outside 1-1.
They were outstanding players, and they were making like $30,000, and that was it.
Vale rocks and deals the pitch. Cronenfeld fouls it straight back, 1-2. Garrett Harris warming up down in the Otters bullpen if Vale gets into any trouble.
I think Joe DiMaggio and Ted Williams were the only $100,000 ball players, and that was a courtesy because they were the two greats of that era.
1-2 pitch. Splitter outside. Slips out of Vale's hand, 2-2. Tyler has struck out 4 batters, has not walked anybody, has allowed just 1 hit and 1 hit batter. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off by Cronenfeld. Stays alive, just 1 run on 1 hit for the Rascals. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Otters.
Well, we entered the same...
Or 8 hits, rather, excuse me.
We went to the same situation last night, only River City had 2 hits.
The 2-2, fastball called strike 3. Vale paints the inside black on Cronenfeld for the first out here in the top of the ninth.
Few words with the player to the umpire. They don't make that much money to be getting thrown out.
Now 1 out in Braxton Martinez, the batter, 0 for 3.
It used to be $20 if you were thrown out of a game. I don't know what the fine is now.
First pitch to Martinez. Vale flips over a slider for a called strike 1. Just 1 hit in the game for the Rascals. A bunt base hit from Gage West leading off the 6th. The 0-1. Slider down and away. Can't find the zone. 1-1.
You know, it would Mike raced out to that.
The 1-1 slider again below the zone, 2-1.
To field that bunt, and just didn't have enough time to throw him out. But wouldn't it have been great if he did throw him out, and we now are in the 9th inning, and the
2-1, Vale yanks a fastball outside, 3-1.
The starting pitcher, Hensley, would have been involved in 2 no-hitters. Would have been something.
In a sick, twisted way, I almost want the Rascals to get a clean base hit so that bunt base hit isn't the only thing standing in our way. The 3-1, fastball outside corner, bell tie, and the count's full. Just so then that way I can hit my head knowing we weren't 1 play away. Payoff pitch. Slider backs up inside, ball 4. First walk, Vale's issued. That'll bring the tying run to the plate here in the top of the 9th.
Number 34, right fielder Zach Levy.
One out, top of the 9th. Otters 3, Rascals 1. Martinez at first, Zach Levy the batter, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Vale from the stretch. His first pitch. Swung on and popped up, foul ground, third base side. Hilson chasing over it, still going. But the ball's going to land on top of the roof for strike 1.
I'll tell you what, that Hilson really does hustle. I got to give him credit for being on the DL most of the year. He's got an opportunity to play, and he is really an aggressive young man.
0-1 on Levy. Martinez at first. Middle infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. Levy swings, fouls it off, out of play, 0-2. Levy, left-handed batter. Otters up by 2, top of the 9th, trying to avenge a late loss yesterday. Here it comes, bouncing ball out towards second. Cronin fields onto second for 1, back to first. That's an inning-ending double play, and the Otters win it 3-1 as they turn the 4-6-3 twin killing to end the ball game and win it 3-1. Tyler Vale throws the final 4 2/3 in shutout fashion. The Otters hit the Rascals and win it 3-1 here on Saturday night from Bosse Field.
What a game, and outstanding pitching. That is what did it in.
We'll take a short break and be back with a post-game recap. Your final score here from Evansville. It's Evansville 3 and River City 1. You've been listening to Evansville Otters Baseball here on UEFM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
The 2018 Kennecott Lexus Jazz and Wine Festival will take place at the Civic Center Plaza on Saturday, September 15th from 4 until 11 p.m. Presented by the Evansville Philharmonic Guild, this one-day celebration will showcase non-stop entertainment and will feature selections from regional wineries and local restaurants in the heart of downtown Evansville. For advanced ticket information, visit evansvillejazzfest.com. Listen to 91.5 WUED on Tuesday and Friday afternoons for your chance to win tickets to this event.
The 4th Annual Blues on the Rock Music Festival will take place on Sunday, September the 2nd at the Rockport City Park in Rockport, Indiana. There'll be regional and national blues acts, food vendors, an over 21 beer garden, and with children's activities, there'll be fun for the whole family. Sponsored by the Association for a Better Rockport and the River Basin Blues Society, advance tickets are on sale 812-686-0012. For more information, visit evansvilleblues.com.
In a dominating pitching performance, the Otters able to hold on in the 9th this time around. Final score here from Bosse Field, it's Evansville 3 and River City 1. A night after losing an absolutely traumatic defeat 8-5 with 8 runs in the 9th. Tyler Vale throws the final 4 2/3 innings, allows just 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, strikes out 5 to earn the victory in a phenomenal performance. It was just a game that the Otters needed, one that they had to have, and they got it.
I'll tell you what, you're right, Sam. What a game, and oh, how fortunate the Otters are. They're still in the play now. So now what is the normal loss? Is that correct in the doubleheader, first game of the doubleheader?
Normal lost the first game of the doubleheader. Right now in the second game, they lead 7-4. So if them and Southern Illinois split, neither of them would gain ground today. The Otters, with their win, would then jump into second place, a game behind River City.
Okay, now we were 2 games out. River City was in front. We were 2 games out. Now we're 1 game out. Is River City still in first place?
River City is still in first at the end of today.
Okay.
The wild card, I'm not sure how that's going to work with normal winning 1 and losing 1 today. We would gain a half game on them, which I think would bring us into a tie.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. That remains to be seen. The numbers and the winning percentages can get a little wonky
I know, yeah.
in terms of that kind of stuff. And until the end of the season is finally here, knowing where we are right now doesn't exactly matter. You just play the games, you try to win the games, and see how it turns out. The Otters win here tonight. This is your final line scores for the Rascals. 1 run on 1 hit A Gage West bunt in the 6th inning kept the Otters from their second no-hitter in 2 weeks. That would have been their second combined no-hitter of the season. The second no-hitter for Ty Hensley of the year as well, but alas, not to be. The Otters, 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Tyler Vale, tip of the cap to him. 4 2/3 of shutout baseball out of the pen. Picks up his 3rd win of the season. Hector Hernandez, the loss. And there's nobody else that this player of the game can go to than Tyler Vale, is there?
Oh, no. But, you know, I'm just thinking of something now, Sammy. Just think of what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's legal, but we could give Mike Rizzatelli an error on that bunt. Therefore, it goes as an error, and it's a no-hitter.
I mean, I wish now Rizzatello, you went out and fielded that bunt, picked it up, realized he didn't have a play, put it in his back pocket.
Yeah.
I wish he would have just thrown it away now, so we could have just given him
Right, it's an error, yes.
But, hey, beggars can't be choosers. The Otters at least get the win. Tyler Vale, he's tonight's player of the game. 4 2/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Working out of the pen for the 2nd time this season. Absolutely phenomenal. Remember, fans, tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Western Ribeye. When you're craving excellence, Western Ribeye satisfies.
You know, you might have a good point there and say, let him be the long-distance man. Instead of putting him back in the rotation, instead of being a short man, put him in that long rotation, long relief job. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you belong in the front office of some major league city.
Taking a look around the rest of the scoreboard here in the Frontier League, as we mentioned, Normal beat Southern Illinois 4-1 in the first game of the doubleheader. And I correct myself now, Normal is up 8-3 now in the bottom of the 7th against the Miners in the second game of the doubleheader. So it looks like they'll split today. They have another doubleheader tomorrow.
Right.
So their pitching stats, those are some tired arms. Around the rest of the league, Traverse City beat up on Schaumburg 9-7 the final there. Florence, a 5-2 winner over Gateway. The Freedom are hot. They're playing some pretty good baseball, neck and neck with the Otters, as they're now 46-43 as well, just like Evansville. Windy City, a 7-0 winner over Joliet. And Washington lost 5-2, so that means Washington and Joliet will stay tied at the top of the Eastern Division. Now a 4-game lead over the Lake Erie Crushers. Otters will play the rubber game of their series tomorrow against the River City Rascals here at Bosse Field, 2:35 p.m.
2:35, yeah. I'm just going to say one thing. If we were to win 5 out of the next 7, that's tomorrow plus the 6 on the road, that would put us in a tremendously good position to be in the playoffs.
That would definitely put us in a great spot. The Otters don't exactly control their destiny yet.
Right.
And, of course, if you're saying win 5 out of 7, who those 2 losses come against is actually extremely important, because, you know, if we lose 2 out of 3 to Gateway, but Normal also loses on those days, and then we sweep the Corn Belters,
right,
that alters things rather than saying we sweep Gateway and then drop 2 out of 3 to Normal. You know, the mathematics on this get extremely weird, and until we're down towards the end of the wire, to know what the Otters need to actually do to make the playoffs is going to be something extremely hard to determine. For now, just win, baby, win. That's all they can do.
Well, let me tell you this. I know in the past, and I hope it happens, excuse me. I celebrate a birthday on September 12th, and we have played in September 12th, so I'm hoping that September 12th, my birthday, I'm here in this press box with you celebrating the Otter win.
Oh, well, tomorrow.
And let me have a cake just like you did.
Well, the Otters still have the series finale tomorrow against the River City Rascals. Randy Wynn's going to be on the mound, 8-8 with a 3.33 ERA. Randy's been exceptional this season. Johnny Ortiz on the bump for the Rascals. The final game of the Otters' regular season home schedule. It's Ola Latino Day at the ballpark. It's Fan Appreciation Day as well. So come one, come all.
Bueno.
For the final regular season home game at Bosse Field here this season. Want to say thank you for our producer back in the studio, Paul Braken, a phenomenal job as always. For everybody who stuck around and listened to a one-hit winner for the Otters, your final score here from Bosse Field, Evansville 3 and River City 1. Bill, any closing thoughts?
Have a good night and rest comfortably. It was a wonderful game.
For my partner, Bill McCune, I've been Sam Jelinek. We thank everybody for tuning in and listening. Be sure to come back tomorrow. 2:35 first pitch. We'll be on the air around 2:15. You won't want to miss it. Final score from Bosse Field. It's Evansville 3, River City 1. You've been listening to Evansville Otters Baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Kruckemeyer and Kahn.